I am sorry. Are you okay?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
TheBoxingVoice.com. You walk away with a silver medal, which is an incredible accomplishment. Can you take any pride in that?
No. I don't like to lose.
Now it's like I know what feeling I don't want to ever go through. He was talking about you crying and like, you go watch Floyd. Floyd was crying after he lost. I don't ever want to feel that again. I don't want to ever lose. Like I'm not cool with losing.
This is a TKO victory for Shakur Stevenson.
He's tough. He don't take no for an answer, so I gotta beat it out of him.
Shakur, of course he the truth. Teofimo not messing with him. I don't think Tank messing with him. Yeah, Russell Jr. ain't messing with him.
Me right now, if you ask me, would I beat Floyd Mayweather back in the day? I'm gonna say yes, and truthfully, really believe that.
I know my body. Yeah, I know Shakur body. Shakur know my body. Do I step to you when we sport? Yes or no?
No.
Do we step to each other? Yes or no?
No.
The southpaw version of Floyd Mayweather.
Oscar can't keep ducking. It's time for him to fight. It's me versus Oscar Valdez. There's nothing else to look forward to.
Canelo can't get in the ring fight for him. And even if he could, I feel like if me and Canelo's at the same weight, I feel like I'll beat him.
SDS Promotions.
I'm one of the best fighters in boxing.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. Spontaneous edition for sure, as we had a Border Wars scheduled show today, but the breaking news has taken over our Border Wars show. We look to make that up on Saturday. So Border Wars 18, Orlando, Florida. Saturday, we have some big news. One of our fights has already fallen apart. It's not Border Wars until you get a cancellation bout, but this is the first one, and we're a couple of days out. We're about a month out, so we're doing pretty good this particular Border Wars. We got a lot of community fights already lined up, but today, we're here to discuss Shakur Stevenson and everything pertaining to Shakur and this new news that just was revealed. The WBC has stripped Shakur Stevenson, man. So it was a controversial decision made by the WBC. And, you know, this is what we're going to be talking about. So if you guys are interested, talk to us. You know, call in via Discord, X Spaces. Let's talk, man. Shakur just put on a masterclass, a clinic at Madison Square Garden, taking Teofimo Lopez to school for 12 straight rounds to finally become a 4-division champion. But instead of receiving congratulations from Mauricio Suleiman, the WBC sent him a "you're fired" notice, and they have stripped him of his WBC title days after securing the WBO and the Ring Magazine 140-pound strap. Shakur was stripped of that lightweight title in a move that has the entire sport screaming politics and corruption. Shakur was given no leeway, not like his name was Canelo. Canelo has been given plenty of time to defend, move up and challenge, and do a bunch of other things. I really don't get this power play by the WBC because if you think about it, you know, it was better for them to let him keep the belt and get a percentage of his next fight. From the information that has been revealed, according to Shakur, the WBC wanted to receive $100,000 for the fight with Teo because Shakur's a 135-pound champion, and I get Shakur for not paying it. If I'm fighting in the division above and I'm fighting for a title that's not the WBC's, why do I got to pay the WBC $100,000? And this is Shakur on his verified social media telling us just that. And I'll read it word for word. As you see here, he says, $100K to some crooks who don't deserve it. Nah, Liani, I'd rather give it to you, baby girl. The WBC didn't even have shit to do with this fight, and it's eating them alive. Take your belt. It don't make me. So this is Shakur Stevenson, former WBC champ, current WBO 140-pound champ, reacting to being stripped. Moments later, he sent the second tweet, and this one read, and I just paid these dudes after my last fight. What the hell am I giving y'all $100K right now for? Because y'all got beef with Bud, so come at me for it? So he's insinuating that this all stems from his big brother, Terrence Bud Crawford, who made off like a bandit with a $300,000 bill that he owed the WBC and decided that they did not deserve that amount of money. And that was based off the fact that he was able to negotiate with other sanctioning bodies a negotiated fee that they accepted, and Crawford wanted the WBC to do the same and accept. They did not, and they ultimately stripped Terrence Crawford of the WBC post the Canelo fight. This is Terrence Crawford reacting to the situation at hand today. And Crawford says, ain't no way y'all still this mad. It's cool, bro. The ring belt was free. And this is Terrence Bud Crawford responding to the WBC after finding out that they have stripped Shakur Stevenson of his 135-pound title just days after he beat Teofimo Lopez. We're barely 4 days away from his win. Is this wrong on the WBC? According to their bylaws, this is their rules. If you don't pay the fee, they strip you because you're fighting for another sanctioning body and in another division. So in order to maintain your champion status at 35, you would need to pay that fee to remain their champion. But obviously there is a fee attached, which no one in their right mind is going to understand. Why does he have to pay a secondary fee if he already paid the fee after defeating William Cepeda? He didn't fight after William Cepeda, and this isn't a WBC fight, so it makes zero sense to be charging him. But this is what the WBC has chosen to do. And this is what we're going to be talking about here on our spontaneous second episode. So once again, if you guys want to call in, want today's topic, feel free. Discord available. X Spaces also available. It sucks because it looks bad on the WBC. I get that their rules are there for a reason, but, they could have given Shakur some time. But I also understand them. He knew before the fight that he had to pay the sanctioning fee. So they really had no choice but to do what they needed to do because he decided he wasn't going to do what they thought he needed to do in order to keep that belt. For anybody looking for the link to use to call in, we're going to be using Discord and X Spaces formerly known as Twitter. That link in the live chat here on TBV. Right here on our YouTube channel. Once again, spontaneous show. Today's normally a Border Wars day, but this WBC news stripping Shakur Stevenson just days after he became a 4-division champ is alarming and calls for a discussion with the community. So the link to call in via X Spaces, formerly known as Twitter, or Discord are in the live chat here on YouTube. We got Raking. What's going on?
Nestor, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
First of all, thank you for putting on an evening show. Sorry to the community, it's not a Border Wars show, and for me personally, I really appreciate this topic, man, because the system around boxing, this is, I feel like, a very important issue for us as fans to be discussing. And I think this is just horrible, horrible, nasty work from the WBC. Did you say it's a fee issue in that they were like, why are they mandating a fee now? Do you have any understanding of that?
Yeah, well, it's the bylaws that they have, right? In order to keep the belt as a champion, fighting for another sanctioning body in another division, you obviously have to pay a fee for that, you know. And
That's,
if you
I
don't,
guess it's wild to me that that's obvious, right? Like the way that's described, like there's obviously a fee for going and doing that. That is just, it's just really sad to me. And I guess, you know, Tone keeps making a very good point at the same time. Well, I, as a hardcore boxing fan, think it's really important stuff to discuss. I think Tone brings a good point up that us as the hardcores, we end up the most miserable sometimes because we get too sucked into things. So just to, I'm thinking on like the plus side, what could be the bright side of this? If this belt was taken from him at 135, maybe this incentivizes Shakur to campaign at 140. Because as a
that's
fan,
how I looked
I
at it.
was
Like now, maybe he's forced to stay there because if he goes back down, he has no belt. So like if he wants to fight Murataya,
right.
he's kind of the B side to Murataya. Not really, but it gives Murataya leverage because he's the champion.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, man. So I'm thinking, you know, I'm gonna remind myself of what Toe, you know, that I think that's a good reminder for all of us to not get so sucked into a negative headspace. It's bad for us, you know. But I think I'm hopeful this gets him to stay at 140 because I was upset by the idea of you're just gonna go beat the king, take the throne, and then just leave the throne and just like leave it open
Hey
for
man,
like a
Terrence
wild
Crawford style.
chase. Exactly, I hated that shit. I'm as a fan, but at the same time, he's at a different point in his career. So I also get like him retiring. I'm not going to complain about that at all. I thought that was kind of a beautiful way to put an end on a career. Actually, a very beautiful way. But anyway, I'm hoping Shakur ends up unifying. And among the champions, who do we have? We have Dalton Smith, Richardson, Hitchens, and what, Russell?
Correct.
All right. Well, I do think Russell should get past Hirioka. Hirioka, by the way, guys, he's good. But like I've watched him for a while. I mean, he has like an aggressive boxer puncher style, but definitely not the experience to match up with
What's your
Russell. So I
thoughts on
think
Shakur saying he doesn't need the belt? You keep your belt. I don't need your belt. When, in fact, it was that belt and the very one he won Saturday that made him a first ballot Hall of Famer. Now he's a 4-division champ. Now he's one division away from a Floyd, a Crawford,
yeah,
a
yeah.
Oscar De La Hoya.
Right. I think him saying, my personal opinion, I think him saying that he doesn't fully all the way stand on that, in my opinion. I kind of would my theory would be that's a lot of the emotion of like y'all are wronging me because I would feel wronged by this fee just on a principle level. I get that it's written in paper, but as a point of principle, I would feel really wrong. So I get that. So he's probably just like fuck you and your belt. But in reality, Shakur very much cares about the belts, as I would imagine almost all fighters do. Almost all fighters do. Yeah, obviously, there's like the random exception, like maybe Ryan Garcia, and even then, he kind of cares. Um, that's every fighter's dream. So he cares. I think right now he's just pissed at the WBC. But among the champions, I think I would love to see him against any of them. Really, I think Russell would be the most interesting matchup. I would love to see him humble Richardson Hitchens because I kind of Richardson Hitchens is good. I really enjoy his style, but it's been frustrating me how he moves outside of the ring, and it's like he talks a lot of shit, but then for some reason fights don't get made. That's weird to me. Um, so I'd love to see him fight Hitchens and kind of take over the division, and I think it will just Keyshawn will naturally go to 147. I think that's what I would predict. Who would you want to see him unify against first?
I mean, I think I like the Hitchens fight. Hitchens just did an interview that I didn't watch, but read the headline where he said, he'd fight Shakur for the right price.
I think like he overvalues himself, man. I think that's like a thing. And maybe that's part of what's frustrating me about him is that's getting in the way of like action. But even then, I think Hitchens will pull off Duarte because he's got enough like the IQ and the skill for that. But I don't know that it's gonna look as pretty as a Shakur win. You know what I mean? I could see him having a hard time in that fight. Like if Lemos gave him as hard of a time as he did, I see him having a hard time with this fight. I don't know. And like what's his stock gonna look like after that fight? I don't know. I think there's a lot of unknowns. He's not to me, he's not as reliable uh of an investment as Shakur. Who right now I think Shakur has put himself in the like in one sense and like in the spot that Mayweather was and I mean that just from the perspective of now a whole cohort of boxing just wants to see the guy get challenged and defeated because they're like, hey, what the hell does anyone do about this? Someone, we got to see someone, beat this. And so I think now, after this TO win, now Steam is going to hugely pick up with like how big his popularity goes and his money generating potential and how many people are tuning in. I think a bunch of people are going to tune in now just because they want to see someone pull it off.
Where Rakim, let me get to some other callers. You
All
are
right.
the
Thank you for your
man.
time. Thank you for your time, brother.
Appreciate you. Alan Day. What up? If you're watching this on X live streaming video, go ahead and give me that retweet, that repost. Same thing if you're listening on X Spaces. What's up, Alan?
Man, what's going on, man? It's kind of it's really disheartening how the WBC has been moving, and for me, this isn't the first step in their process of getting back to Bud. I mean, you can almost connect the whole and Billy elevation to WBC without fighting Lester Martinez, also part of their whole master class at getting back at Bud. But it is a shame. It is a shame last caller mentioned something about Shakur believing that the belts don't matter. I think it's more leaning into the WBC doesn't matter because the WBC is diminishing their value
Yeah, but
by continuing to doing
I, I, I
crazy and
I was the one
toxic things.
asking the caller, does he believe what he's saying? Because remember that it's the very same WBC and the title that he won on Saturday that made him a first ballot Hall of Famer. It was the same titles that he's denouncing now that a week ago he was saying, if I become a 4 division champ, none of my counterparts are near me. So you need the belts to get those accomplishments that he was seeking a week ago.
Well, this is what I'm saying in terms of the fact of legacy. Yes, from a legacy standpoint, belts matter. But now it's starting to become just a symbol. It's starting to become just a trophy. And these guys, you don't want boxers out there to just think, okay, this is just a trophy. You want to think that these belts actually mean something. And the more that they act, the more that they move. You don't think other boxers around the sport is looking at this and saying, damn, this could possibly happen to me. And I think it's bullshit. So you got to be looking at it, in that way. And now that there's a new entity in the sport with Zuffa, you really got to be tippy toeing on your behavior. Because what if all of a sudden Zuffa matters? Zuffa count. It's all about Zuffa in Ring Magazine, and the sanctioning body, or in this case, the WB, slowly start to falter away on one matter, because I can assure you the boxers in the sport respect Bud Crawford more than they respect the WBC at this point. That's just my opinion. The WBC is doing this dumb stuff for no exact reason. There's no reason for them doing it. It can't be a money matter, because there has to be way more sanctioning dollars connected to Shakur Stevenson than it is to some interim
Well,
champion that they're going to
well,
bring
it's
up.
about money. It's about money, right? They missed out on 100,000.
Well, they're going to miss out on a lot more, because he's not going to defend that title. And I can assure you that he was going back down to 35. He's not looking to stay there. And here's another thing. It was another thing about the caller incentivizing Shakur to stay at 40 because of this title. To me, that's BS also, because these fighters should be able to fight for their own legacy. They should be able to do whatever they want to do. And make
But we're not
this,
saying
this
that they can't, Mr. Senior Day Senior. What me and him were saying was, now it may force him to stay at 40 because you don't have the title, right? So you can't go back down and negotiate with Raymond Morataya as a champion. No matter how great your legacy is, you're not a current champion. The fighter bringing the belt to the table is Morataya. Now, that might not make Morataya the true A-side or the 100% A-side, but it gives him now more leverage than he would have had Shakur still had his belt.
I don't think it matters that much. What belt is it?
Come
Is it the
on, bro.
WBO? Is it the WBO that Raymond has?
Nah, you got it, bro. I'm done. If it don't matter, then it don't matter.
No. What belt does Raymond have?
IBF.
The IBF.
Yeah.
Okay. I bet the WBO will tap in and be like, okay, we'll do something for you if you go ahead and
Yeah,
fight
that's
this
versus
fight.
Abdullah Mason. Again, Abdullah is the champion. Not only that, now that's also versus Abdullah Mason and James Prince, who happens to be Shakur's manager. Again, I don't think you're seeing all the little intricacies, but it's all good.
Well, as a boxing fan, I think that I would rather Shakur be in line to fight Abdullah Mason over fighting anybody at 40, and probably anybody at 35 also.
It's like you're not getting it. The fight
No, I get it.
might not happen because
The fight
Abdullah
will happen.
has more leverage than he would have otherwise had.
Bruh, in this case, the belt won't matter. The belt won't matter. The
Right.
belt is not going to determine the financial situation in that fight. I believe that Shakur will be the A side no matter what.
So you don't think Abdullah is gonna make more money because he has the only belt of the fight?
Sure, he'll make more money, but it doesn't
Okay,
mean he'll make more than Shakur.
so then we're talking the same thing.
Isn't that a good thing that Abdullah make more money? It doesn't mean he'll make more than Shakur.
It
but he'll
could,
make more money.
it could be, but it's gonna come out that Shakur pot. So let's say Shakur could have made hypothetically 5 million. Maybe now he's gonna make 4 million.
Ooh, and that means that Mason will make 2 million. Good for both. Good for both. We should like that. Oh, you still there?
I'm here.
Oh yeah. That's all I got, man. I'm
All right.
hanging
Hold
with
it
my
down.
kid,
I hear
but-
the kids, man. Hold it down. Shout out to you for calling in while you're doing your daddy duties. We appreciate you rocking out with us. We got J. Will in Ohio. You should lie low. If you're watching this on YouTube, free to hit that thumbs up. Free to hit that thumbs up. If you're listening on X Live Spaces, free to hit that retweet. Free to hit that retweet. Jay Will, you there? And that's a no. Nike Hendricks. Nike.
Yo, you got me, Ness?
Yes, sir.
Shouts out to the boxing voice, man. Yeah, earlier, man, I was in a badass area with some fucked up service. But yeah, man, these motherfuckers, it's crazy. He got stripped by the WBC. Now what you gonna do, dog? That last caller was talking bullshit. Like, he's just such a Shakur stan that the nigga don't want to see logic. Like, Shakur don't have a belt, nigga. Plain and simple. You going? I don't give a fuck about what you done. And he only fought what? Two fights, 3 fights at 35. Nigga, you don't got a belt, bro. You gonna go back down. The only two champions is fucking Mulataya and Mason. The other two belts are vacant, right?
Yeah, now the WBC and the WBA are vacant. Tank was stripped,
That's what I'm
Shakur was stripped.
saying. So
Yo, who
even
would
if
have
he
thought
tried
that,
to,
yo? Think about that, how weird that is, right? We've been wanting them dudes to fight, and both of them got stripped.
that's crazy. Crazy, bro. So the WBO vacant and the WBC.
No, WBA and the
Oh,
WBC.
WBA. Okay, WBC. Yeah, Commission WBO. Okay, WBA and WBC. Tank got stripped. Shakur got stripped. Come on, man. And then he had 140 with the belt in the WBO. I mean, the WBO in the ring. Now that put him in that pickle nest, cause don't forget his Call of Duty buddy, best friend up there with him, #1 at WBO. So what the fuck you gonna do now, Shakur? You gonna fight your Mando or you gonna drop that belt? What you gonna do? That's interesting right there. Now I want to see how that gonna play out. Cause you're a 4 division champ. What the fuck you gonna drop the belt, go back down to fight for a #1 spot at the WBC or WBO? It don't make no sense. Cause shit, you can't go down there and
Well,
challenge.
he could always ask the president, like the last caller said, to let him fight Mason. But again, you know, and he can do what he did to Jamel Herring. You know, tell the WBO, look, you know, I make more money than Mason, so let me get the biggest split.
That's some whack ass shit.
He did
I
it. He
mean,
did it
he'll
to
do it.
Dev too.
I
He
mean,
did it
he
to
did it.
Dev
That's
too.
what I'm
Remember, he
saying.
got a
He
better
did it.
split. He got a better, not a better
Yes.
split than Devin, but a better split than Devin was offering him. But it was only for one belt.
For one belt, that's what I'm saying. He bullshitted himself. Like, he do bullshit. So,
I mean, he
that'd
ain't
be
do nothing
crazy.
here, man. He won. He won. This the WBC trying to get 100,000 for a fight that they had nothing to
You
do
may
with. So
feel
we
like
can't
it's
be
your
mad
time,
at Shakur, bro.
but it's
No,
not your
I ain't
time.
mad at him. I just want to see how it gonna play out with him and Keyshawn now. That's my call.
You the man. Yeah, man. Let that. I don't know. For people that don't know or get jumping in late, Shakur did nothing. He won another world title. And his mandatory is not up. He just fought his mandatory challenger in Zepeda. There is no true reason to be stripped other than the fact that he did not pay the sanctioning fee that is required. Other than that, he did nothing. We can't be mad at him. But maybe this is a blessing in disguise for us as boxing fans. Maybe this opens the door for him to potentially fight the #1 the #1 Ring Magazine fighter in the division and champion, IBF champion, Richardson Hitchens. Or the #2 Ring Magazine fighter, Subriel Matias, the fight I've been calling for that should be done in Puerto Rico. Alberto Puello is now the #3 in the ring and the #1 in the WBC, and Isaac Cruz is the interim champion in the WBC at 140. Dalton Smith, the full champion at 140. Gary Antoine Russell, the WBA full champion. So we have a lot of great names. It could be a blessing in disguise. Even a lesser name fight like a Sandor Martin, Southpaw versus Southpaw, could be good. An undefeated Lindolfo Delgado as a Newark hometown title defense, potentially. There's good names. Oscar Duarte is going to be taking on Richardson Hitchens. The winner of that fight makes a lot of sense, and even more sense if it's Oscar Duarte that defeated the former friend of Shakur, Richardson Hitchens, becomes a champion and gives Shakur the green print opportunity. I got Jay Will in Ohio, second time around. Emiliano Vargas is coming up, and him and Shakur had beef. You know, Emiliano's first fight, taking on Shakur in a title fight, first title fight. That could be like his, you know, following the footsteps of his father and shit, going up the rankings fast. What up?
What up? What up? Okay, you can hear me now. Okay, cool. Yeah, man, I actually calling in today. I haven't called in a couple weeks, but I need to get some knowledge, man. You, you know, sometimes you can't be too proud to say, you know, you need to get some information on the topic. So to help me understand better with the whole Shakur thing, um, he didn't pay the 100,000 from the previous fight.
No,
Is
he
that
paid
correct?
for that. He paid for that. Mauricio Suleiman in the WBC wanted 100,000 so that they don't strip him since he's moving up out of the 135-pound division, and also not asking the WBC to move up to 140 and fight for their belt. He's moving up to 140 and fight for another belt. So it was like
Just so it's the 100,000 to hold that belt.
a hold that belt, yup. It's like a hold me down fee. Let me go get this history, legacy, hold me down fee.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. So that makes some sense from the WBC side. Now, as far as my next question is about legacy. So let's say he gets stripped. Let's say he does continue with that motto of fuck the belts. My name is bigger than belts. Can the WBC just like prevent him from fighting for his belts? Like,
yeah, from
or
they belt only though.
Win it. Right. So WBC can ban him from fighting for their belt. If he just
I wouldn't go as far as saying ban. I wouldn't go as far as saying ban because look at what they did for Ryan. You know, they lift shit quickly when it makes sense for them.
Okay. But I guess as far as like record and legacy, Hall of Fame wise, if he keeps with that same mentality, let's say he wins and WBC do allow for him to, fight for their belt. He fights for their belt, wins it,
and
immediately gets
vacates.
stripped, goes to another, and vacates, and let's say he keeps, doing that in different divisions, that still counts him being a champion, even though he vacates immediately, right?
For sure.
Would he then kind of be like cheesing his legacy by saying he could be like an 8-time WBC because he keeps winning and giving it back type shit? You see what I'm saying? Like, could he kind of like embellish his?
Yeah. If you go back down to 35 and win a 35-pound WBC title again, we gotta call you, a 5 times champ, 4 division champ.
5 times, yeah. And so, okay, all right, because that's where I'm kind of getting with it, because it's like, I mean, because there's really no overseeing governing body over the whole sport of boxing. I mean, it could get kind of messy, you know what I'm saying? And unless they come to some kind of agreement, because like you said, he could be 5 times, 6, 7 times, and be really only dancing between 2 weights. But yeah, good looking out on info. That's my call though.
But it's still valid. Like if Pacquiao wins another welterweight title where he's been fighting at since fucking the Floyd fight, he's still a 8-division champ, 10 times champion, or whatever, how many times he's become a champion. Like, becoming a champion isn't gaming the system. But all right, Fats, what up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's good with you, my nigga?
Chillin'.
Yeah. This shit gay, yo. Yeah, what's up with the WBC? Some of these sanctioning bodies, like, motherfucker just had a fight. This motherfucker just had a fight, bro. Like, and y'all belt wasn't even on the line. Like, I don't even get the point of stripping them. Like, I don't understand that. I don't really get that. So now 135 just
the strip
all
gotta
over the
come
place,
because
man.
he didn't want to pay. So they gotta strip, or they gonna look stupid. They gonna look like you could bluff them.
Yeah, I mean, now I guess you know the 135 division. You can just say it's Abdullah Mason's now. I mean, Tank ain't there.
I mean,
Shakur
he
look
could
like he ain't
always
gonna
come
be there.
back. He could always come back.
And fight for that belt right away?
Not for that belt, but he could fight Abdullah straight up. Abdullah still need a big payday, and Shakur's that. Shakur's still the money man in the division now. The Tank gone.
I mean, is he in the division now? They didn't strip his ass. So it's just like, you get what I'm saying? Like, he might say, fuck it. He might just stay at 140 and
He
shit.
might.
So I don't, you get what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know. I just think that's kind of gay, man. Y'all strip that man. Like, I don't like how they be doing that. Like, when a motherfucker went undisputed and the IBF want to come and say, oh, we going to take the belt and, like, bruh. Like, I just won all the fucking belts. Like, what the fuck? Y'all just want to come and take that shit right away? It's all right, though. I mean, hey, less money you gotta pay. You get what I'm saying? He already got it. I think he defended it a couple times, didn't he?
Shakur, yeah. He won it from the De Los Santos fight, so everything after that.
Yeah. People saying he done ducked O'Shaquie Foster with this move
No,
and
but
shit
he
like
didn't.
that.
But that's people that don't know boxing. O'Shaquie dropped his 35-pound interim, so he was never planning on staying at 35. He already went back down to 30 because he dropped his belt too. So if you
But
really,
he got the WBC. But he got WBC
30
at 30,
though.
right?
30, not 35. If he wanted to fight Shakur, he'd have kept his 35-pound interim title.
Mm-hmm. Damn. So when you got the WBC at 130, you can't mandatory mandate that fight.
Not mandatory. You could definitely ask to fight the champion above, but now there's no champion.
Right. Yeah, that shit stupid, yo. They shouldn't have did that. Like they be showing they be a little greedy, man. These sanctioned bodies, they be a little greedy, but that's all I gotta say, man. That shit was gay.
Alright. We got Tito La Voz, Joshua Plummer, aka Cashman P, pound for pound number 1 in the chat. Respectfully, the WBC is the worst belt to have. It went from a belt we all wanted to a belt that robs the black. I guess he meant man. We got
You may feel like it's your time.
Julio Guzman, $2. Pound for pound number 2 in the chat. World Boxing Corruption, at it again. Chico, $2. WBC making Zuffa and TKO takeover too easy. Oh yeah, giving them ammunition. All you got to do now, all Dana White got to do is do a video and do the what's my man name? Suge Knight. If you don't want somebody all in the fight trying to force his belt on you, come on over to Zuffa. If you don't want somebody all upset that you ain't fight for the belt, trying to strip you, come on over for Zuffa. Fucking hell. Tito Lavo. Tito.
Here we go. Can you hear me?
We hear you.
All right. I'm in a weird spot. I ain't never been out here before, so took this route, so I don't know if it's gonna work out or not. Anyway, hey man, I love it. It makes boxing interesting. Well, Shakur just won a belt at 140, right? Was it
what?
Was it just a ring belt, or did he
and
win
the
the IBF
WBO
as well?
and the WBO
and WBO? All right, so now we got a champion, a 140-pound champion, WBO and ring champ. I personally, I love this because they stripped him, but it opens up 135. Now there's a vacant belt at 135. There's something to chase after down there, and not that there isn't already, right? But the actual championship belt, and truth be told, Shakur was. I mean, once you defend your championship, you are the damn champion. So he's still a lineal champion for WBC. He can go back down there and reclaim his throne. They didn't ban him or nothing.
I don't know about lineal champion. That don't there is no such thing as a lineal champion in WBC. He was the full champ. He's stripped. Now it's vacant.
Yeah, but in the 4-belt era, you got to be able to say he didn't take that from me, right? No
Yeah,
one
for
took that
sure. He
from him.
was the last champion, but
It
the
was a
belt's vacant.
political. Yeah, yeah. So he can make that claim and be taken serious. I would take it seriously. All right, he a lineal champ at WBC. That's the real champ at WBC. So if he decides to come back down, that's the man taking back his throne. You know what I mean? And whoever takes that vacant belt is kind of on some interim shit. But whatever. Like I said, this makes it interesting. I don't think he got robbed. You know, the prestige of the belt is what it is. And if WBC is gonna be doing shit like this, then keep it straight all the way across the board, right? If they're not doing any more champions at rest or champions in recess, is that what they call that?
Yep.
Ness, the champions at recess when like they didn't.
And they could have at least did that. They could have, stripped them and said, "No, we not stripping them. We naming them champion in recess, and we making the title vacant for these two fighters to fight while he decides what division he want to fight in." But they didn't do that because he didn't pay.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm kind of proud of Shakur. Said fuck that. You know what I mean? I would have done the same thing. Hey, why don't you give us this fee right quick so we can still call you? Man, fuck that. Fuck you and fuck that. I'll come back down and take it. You know, it's not like they banned him or nothing. You know, so to me, inconsequential. He didn't leave the division and then lose and then got stripped. That would have been kind of fucked up. But you know, he went up to 140, conquered a giant, and then WBC stripped him. And it's honestly it's whatever. You know, it makes things interesting. It opens up the question: who's gonna fight? Who's gonna fight for it next? Right? Who's number one in WBC at 135?
Well, Isak is gonna
Ness,
get.
Brian Kendrick Nelson.
Not Isak. Excuse me. Jadir Herrera is the interim, so he'll either get
You may
elevated or
feel
they'll
like
make
it's
him
your
fight
time,
somebody.
but
And
it's
then
not your time.
Ricardo Nunez, who Tank knocked out, is your number
Oh
one,
man.
and then Cepeda is your number two.
Ooh. So that's just food. That's just food waiting to be picked. That's fruit waiting to be picked by Shakur if he does get back down there. Yeah, it makes things interesting, man. It makes it interesting, and um, like I said, man, shout out to boxing. It's getting juicy, man. It's getting juicy. That's my call.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. We got Mozzie. What up?
You hear me?
Perfect.
Word. What's the word, man?
Another day, another podcast.
Yeah, man. Another day, another day. Yeah, this is it's unfortunate, I guess. It's just unfortunate. It's not really unfair because I guess it's in the rule book. When I first seen the news, I was like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Why they ain't give him a little time? I'm thinking they just stripping him just cause they like we need a new champion, but the money thing and everything came out. So I guess, it's a part of the rules. If that's the rules that they going, choose to enforce, then I guess it is what it is. Um, I looked it up, but I'm not sure if I'm correct or not. But so Canelo's the only person who was able to hold two WBC belts in different divisions for like a year or two, right?
Yeah, but he pays.
He
He
pays,
pays. Either or at least we gotta assume that because they never stripped him and said it was because he didn't pay.
Right.
Some people gonna choose to believe, they ain't charging that motherfucker. But
Yeah, Canelo probably paid. I mean, it is what it is. If that's the rules, man. If they gotta pay, you gotta pay to play. You gotta pay to play. That's how it is in this world. Period. It just sucks that it's probably gonna slow up his chances of becoming undisputed at 135. You know what I mean? It's but he
blessing
was
in
talking about
disguise,
fighting
man. What division sound better to get fights from Shakur? 35 or 40? It's a blessing in
right now. The better
disguise.
fights for him, yeah.
You
The
got
better
you
fights
got
for him
Lamont
is
and him already talking about I like you wasn't talking shit. We gonna bump, so that's at 40. You got Gary Antoine. Sabriel. The names go on and on and on.
and I think Mortaya even said that he was willing to fight Shakur at 140. So yeah, man. Yeah, I guess he just got to move on from 140. He got a head start. He got one belt already. He got the lineal up there, right? He got the ring at 140. He got the WBO at 140. Might as well see what you can make it happen while you there, for real, man. I don't think it's something to get all too, riled up about. He wanted to save his 100K. Shit, say that 100K. He know what he a grown man. He knew what he knew what he was doing when he said, "No, I'm not paying that." So, no harm, no foul there. I guess you know what I mean. I don't think it's worth getting all riled up. Um, like dude said, now it's starting to turn up. You know what I mean? More fights. You know what I mean? More possibilities. More fights. So, but what I will say is, it's leaving a bad taste in a lot of the people mouth and the fighters' mouths. Um, yeah, man, this is good ammunition for people like Dana White and Turkey Al Sheep. Um, you got fighters starting to, say, you know what, we're not paying for this no more. We don't want to pay for this no more. We already, got to pay for this, that, and the third. We don't want to pay these sanctioning fees. So, yeah, man, people might actually stop fighting for these belts, and it's gonna be hard to judge legacy. It's gonna be about, I guess, who you fought. You know what I mean? Like it's just gonna be like names, like you know what I mean? Like you gotta just have a name, I guess, of who people think, you know what I mean, is that guy. Cause pretty soon, people, you know what I mean, ain't really gonna be holding on to these belts. I don't know, man. What you think about that? Like 10 years from now, where could we see like where do you see the state of these sanctioning bodies 10 years from now with everything that's going on with like Zuffa and shit in the ring?
I mean, Zuffa hasn't made a belt yet. Ain't nobody repping it, and damn sure nobody as big as Shakur, so they ain't got nothing to do with this. We just gotta wait and see. Truth be told, like it's still very early. Still very early.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it definitely
We
is. I
need we
think that
need
ring
Zuffa to
belt.
really do something. We need them really to do something. They got to listen. I don't give a fuck who put the pressure on boxing, but somebody gotta do it. Shit all over the
Yeah,
place, bro. I'm tired of this shit.
yeah. I think that ring is gonna start getting real popular. Everybody gonna start chasing that ring belt. You know
I
what I mean?
mean, shit
Especially,
is free and it's
yeah,
gold. Like motherfuckers getting
yeah.
tired of
Especially
paying.
if they start making them special ones, like that special one they made for Bud and Canelo. If they start doing them for certain big fights, like nah, you get the crazy ring joint. Like they gonna start fighting for that. You know what I mean? I can definitely see it. Can definitely see it. You know. But yeah, I like to see like you said, I like to see him go ahead and go for the fight. Hold on, so he's the number two, Hitchens. He's the number two, and
Hitchens
then he
is
got the
number 1
IBF.
in the ring, and he's the champ in the IBF.
Oh yeah. So that would make if he can, if Hitchens can get because he got Duarte next, right?
Yeah, Hitchens got to fight Duarte and win. Then we can see what pops off.
Yeah, he got to get past Duarte. He got to get past Duarte. We see what happens, man. We see what happens if you get past Duarte. But all right, word, man. I just wanted to tap in, man. We keep the lines moving and shit, man. I just wanted to tap in. And, yeah, man. I'm listening to the show, Brody.
All right, you the man. Champ. We got AMG.
Hey, what's up, man? You hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, man. I just want to give my take. I'm not for the WBC stripping them. I think that's whack. But I'm guessing their standpoint is if you're gonna go up in that ring and I guess what get announced as the 135 champ, then that's why we need our bread. I guess. I feel like that's the WBC stand, and ultimately, even though I'm not cool with it, I mean, if they know about it going in, what do you think is gonna happen? You think they're
No,
not gonna
no, but
strip you? So they're just
remember,
gonna like,
I mean, well, nah, let me not say that. I was about to say, remember, yeah, they didn't know they was gonna get stripped because, I mean, I
well, no,
guess
they
he
didn't know they were
did.
gonna
I
get
don't know.
stripped,
I
but they
guess
knew
he
that they.
did. I guess he did because he said they wanted 100K, so he knew. He knew. Same thing like
Exactly.
Bud. They knew. But again, I'm
So
not mad at Shakur, bro. Like this belt wasn't on the line. And I already satisfied my mandatory, so there's absolutely no need for this to happen. So I am not with this.
I'm not mad at them either. My thing is that I think I'm assuming WBC stance is if you're gonna go up there being announced as our champ, you cannot be our champ if you ain't gonna pay us. I guess, right? I mean, that's the only thing that makes logical sense to me on the WBC's part.
I
Like, no, you
guess,
can't go up
bro.
there.
I
Yeah,
guess.
you're 4 division champ or like whatever two weight division champ currently. Well, not anymore, but he was. But not if you don't pay, I guess, right? So I don't know.
Well,
Ultimately,
nah, you're still a 4 division champ. That's what I'm saying. They can't take
no, but
anything.
not. No, I agree, but I'm saying like not simultaneously is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Not
no,
anymore.
not simultaneously. No.
It sucks because I mean I wanted Shakur to be able to honestly just do his thing in both divisions. I think he could. He's got the skills to go up and down, and why not? I mean, if people can't beat him, he should be champ in multiple divisions, in my opinion. But it is what it is. Ultimately, we just want good fights as fans, but it is cool when there's hardware involved too. So I don't know. He's got a lot of options regardless of who he fights, and he's definitely a big name, bigger name now than he was before Tio. So he's doing. He'll be all right regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, that's my call.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. If you're looking to call in, Discord available. X Spaces also available. We got Jalen. What up?
Yo.
Yo.
This shit crazy, man. I understand it because, it's in the rule book, but I just think it sucks for Kerr now because he don't have no weight at 135. If he tried to get back with Murataya so shit, I feel like fuck 135. I'd like to see him stick out at 140, maybe clear that out, get a fight with Hitchens or Antoine Russell. I like both those fights. And I just seen Dev's tweet about him and Shakur being the biggest fight, and I agree. I think that would be big. I'm thinking let Kerr clear out 140. In the meantime, Dev get his fight, with Ryan Garcia if he beats Barrios, and clear out the rest of 147. And that fight with Shakur at that point will be huge. And maybe Shakur won't need a rehydration clause at that point.
Yeah, I think that what needs to happen is what I've been saying, bro. He's got to fight Conor Ben first.
Yeah.
And then we got to fight.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
Because once he fights Conor Ben, he's at the division. You know what I'm saying? He's going to obviously know how he feels. He's going to know how he feels. So he's going to know right then and there, now I got to go down. I really need this rehydration, bro. I felt strong. I'll knock a motherfucker out at this weight. He's going to know.
Right. Yeah, but also, I think, things like this give Zuffa a good opportunity. I got homies who don't really understand all the belt shit. So, what's going on with Shakur. If Zuffa can capitalize off this, I think might work out for him.
I hear you, man. I'm with whoever could fix boxing, bro. If it's Zuffa, do it. If it's Samson boxing, do it. Whoever could get it right, let's get it right.
Right. But I appreciate you, Ness. Have a good
I
night.
appreciate you, man. Discord available. X Spaces Corner Store. Ride. What is up?
Yo, Nez, you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. What's going on, man? Like, come on, bro. They gonna do my boy like that? I just feel like, you know what I'm most mad about, though, Nez? I feel like this waters down the fight with Schofield. This waters down the fight with Mason, and even more tired. Like, I feel like without Shakur having that belt, like, what's the motivation at 135 or the 135 youngins? They don't have no more motivation to fight Shakur if he ain't got no belt, right? I mean, you can fight him for the name, but
I mean, he's still the
you really
biggest fight in the division, right? Tank gone, so Shakur the biggest fight in the division.
Yeah, Yeah, but let's think about it like this. I agree, but I wouldn't fight Shakur if it ain't for no belt and risk my zero.
I
That's
mean,
that's
again,
just a
you ain't
huge.
risking your zero. He bringing the bag. He Shakur. He gonna get you your biggest check till date. What you think Mason gonna
Yeah,
do? Make more money versus a rematch with that dude he won the belt from, Noakes, or a fight versus Shakur?
I agree, Ness, but I feel like it's an easier fight if you unify against somebody that's not Shakur. That's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, at that point, you can kind of make an excuse on why not to fight Shakur. That's what I'm scared about. Like, it'll be all these type of excuses why not to
I
fight
mean,
him. Like, oh,
somebody
he don't
might
got.
want to clean up the street before fighting him. I see that, but he's
Yeah,
still the money
correct.
man. He's still the money man. I think.
Oh yeah, he definitely the boogeyman in
No,
135 right
I
now.
said money man, money man.
Money man, yeah. Man, he the boogeyman at 135 too,
I don't
man.
know. Some
He,
some some people say that's Abdullah.
come on, this. Like, let's be real. Like, I know, like, nah, bro. Let's not do that right now. Abdullah don't want to see none of Shakur right
I
now.
mean,
Like,
you
let's
when
just.
he was asked about that same thing, he said, "Hell yeah, he want to see him."
Yeah. Would you
He
want to see
said,
it,
he
Ness?
said, he said, "Yo." When they say, "Yo," but what about you only being 20? He said, "Wasn't Tyson?" That was the perfect answer. You don't remember?
Nah, that was that. I heard
Little
that.
homie know what he talking about, man.
Yeah. Nah, I feel your drift, but I wouldn't put him on a platter like that so early. But I
Platter,
mean, shit, if you want.
Platter's out of
If you,
control.
if you want to be put on the platter this early in your career, shit, go ahead. But nah, that's my call though, man. I was just saying how, like, I just think that they'll be able to find an excuse on why not to fight Shakur. That's my problem with it. But all right, Ness.
All right, champ. You the man, the Jack Artist. Jack Artist in the building.
Can you hear me?
Loud and.
So this is my theory. I know it's a rule that they want their money or their fee, but I think it's because if you're defending my title every time you get in the ring, technically, right? And you go up and move up and weight, technically, you kind of skipping me out on my payday. So they pretty much like, nah, we need that money regardless. That makes sense?
For sure, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And I'm opposed to it, but I mean, I kind of get it because let's be real, how much would they have missed out on if he would have been defending his WBC belt? So it's like, okay, you getting in the ring, you are a champ, but we're not getting no fees because you're not defending our belt, but you're still our champ.
Yeah.
So we need something. And it's crazy in the boxing game, but if that's a rule that's been written in stone for I don't know how many years, you kind of just got to follow it.
Yep. I'm
Yeah,
with you.
man.
But
I
I'm
mean,
with you. I'm with you on your call, but you like I already said, I don't agree with it. It don't make any sense.
no, I don't agree neither. But I mean, bro, it's like if it's in a rule book for however long. Like Tyson Fury had the same issue when he fought Ngannou. He was supposed to, Ngannou was making his debut in boxing. Fury was the WBC champ. He had to pay that fee if he wanted to keep his title to make an undisputed fight. And obviously he probably paid his fee, and that's why he got the fight for undisputed. So it just is what it is. It sucks, but it's a rule. And they have been seeming a little greedy lately. What I've been thinking is like, since Canelo lost these belts, they kind of scrambling, trying to collect as much as they can because I'm not gonna lie, I think Canelo was keeping the lights on for a little bit. But yeah, man, it's unfortunate. I know everybody loved the WBC belt. Shakur always loved the WBC belt, always typed highly of it. That's the belt everybody want, but that's what we come to, and it pretty much sucks, bro. I wanted him to defend the WBC. I love the green belt. I got shirts of the green belt all in my house, and it's just sad. This what our boxing landscape is: real champs, real money makers getting stripped. But hey, man, like I said, it's in a rule book. I'm out of here though. I'm still at work. Have a good one.
I appreciate you. Appreciate If you are on Discord, all you got to do is request. If you're on X Spaces, that's also available. We're taking calls. We're talking Shakur Stevenson being stripped of his WBC 135-pound strap. Potentially forced to stay at 140 now, where he has leverage as the WBO 140-pound champion and the Ring Magazine lineal champion. He wasn't able to win the ring at 35 because Tank was still there. We got my partner B. Welcome to the prospect level. I am Dallas Tape, pound for pound #1 in the chat. $2. Who you think fights for that WBC next? And that's Jadir Herrera versus someone. That's AKA No Baby. Latron Cooper, $2 Nest. Tell WBC Mauricio we need answers. Bro, when I sent him the tip, I said, yo, is this true or is this a mistake? He didn't even answer me back. Then minutes later, they announced that it was a strippy strip. Jerry Soriano, $2. Suleiman starting to look like Lewickovic out of touch. I am Dallas Tate, pound for pound #1 in the chat, $5. Shakur versus Norman at 147. Next, looking emoji. Beautiful fight. I love it. I love it. Bo Rogers. Bo Rogers. You don't really sound good. You sound like you in you know?
Well, just work with me tonight. Then.
Oh, all right, you good, you good, you good, you good, you good.
All right. Yeah. Shakur taking that advice from Terrence Crawford and and Turkey Al-Sheet. They started the war. Now I just hope, like I said, it don't really matter to me because I always said when I was calling him, I just waited for Terrence Crawford to tell y'all the belts don't really matter if you are certain, but they do matter and they don't matter. I think it matter because some guys be trying to damn they got the fans going against each other. So you got one group of fans care about belts. They don't care who got the belts. They just want to see that fight like it's gonna make it a better fight. No, no, no. And they always putting the weak guys. The weak guys always end up with the belts. So somebody like Shakur can come and take it off of them. The shit, it's all fucking rigged. So I don't really, what I'm saying? Y'all, I just want the best fights. If I see two guys like that, and I want to see guys that got styles made for each other, not no. I don't want to keep seeing boxers fighting guys that can't box. They just a lot of pressure. I don't want to keep seeing this. Stop trying to trick me. Like I've been telling y'all, stop letting them trick y'all. That's what they be doing. Stop letting them trick y'all. If I'm telling you, if I had a fighter out there in the game, that's why I ain't into this shit, because I don't like the dirty shit that go on. But if I had a fighter out there, I'll make sure to keep these motherfucking snakes like around them, keep them out their motherfucking ear. I find out you putting bullshit in my fighter ear, I'm running down on your motherfucking ass. I don't give a fuck. These niggas always putting bad ideas in these guys' head, turning them against the guys who really looking out for them. Then they say, they all over the place. So Shakur, I don't blame you. Don't pay the don't, but you'll never get to be undisputed now. If this the stance you're gonna take, do you care about being undisputed anymore? I don't care if you ever be undisputed, but do you care about being undisputed? If you do, you better make things right. You ain't gonna make the ring belt. I know what they trying to do, trying to make it like all you gotta do is get the ring belt. But I'm trying to tell you, they setting you up. They setting you up.
Hey, man,
You
I'm
ain't
with it,
never
though,
win.
Bo. I know you don't like to hear it, but I'm with it. If the ring is the belt that lets everybody know you the man because you got to have the belt to be the man and it's free, well, then that's the one to go to. They going to have to start making motherfuckers defend it. That's all.
Yeah, you know what I mean? All I want them to do, don't let them pick who they fight. If you got the ring belt, you can't be.
You may
I'm gonna
feel
get
like
him a
it's your
shot. I'm
time,
gonna get. No, you gotta
but
fight
it's
him to
not your
fuck
Yeah,
time.
you
up.
gotta
Yeah,
fight the number one in the ring. That's how I
yeah,
would like it.
yeah,
That's how I
yeah,
would like it.
yeah. Yep. I holler back though, home.
All right. Phone lines open. We got Tip Bayless. Tip Bayless.
Yo,
Yo.
yeah, man. Shout out to Mauricio Suleiman, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas gotta pay them fees, man. Niggas gotta pay them fees. Nasty out here. They ducking them payments, man. Y'all terrible. Y'all terrible. But shout out to Mauricio Suleiman. They did the right thing. They stripped that boy. You know what I'm saying? Uh, now he got to stay at 40. And you know what I'm saying? He got to fight the champions at 40. You know, shout out to Mauricio, man. Shout out to the WBC. You know what I'm saying? None of that running back to 35 shit. Yeah, you got to fight them big dogs now. You got to fight them killers. You got to fight Gary Antoine Russell. You know what I'm saying? You got to fight that killer. You know what I'm saying? You got to jump in the waters now. You got to swim deep. You got to swim deep in them waters. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no floaties out there. Yeah, man. Shout out to the WBC. Shout out to the WBC, making boxing great again. Yes, sir, man. I love it. I love it. And you know, shout out to Bo Rogers, man. My nominee, hater of the year. Yeah, man, they you know what they trying to do, man. They trying to build up fighters through the ranks of Zuffa. So you know what I'm saying? They gotta have these fighters fight for that Ring magazine belt. I guess that's how they gonna build their ranking system. I'm just assuming because all you niggas keep talking about, oh man, they should just make the Ring the main belt when the Ring don't even have a ranking system. They have no type of ranking system. How do they even make their ranking system? Oh, they got to get it from the other sanctioning bodies.
Nah,
Damn.
they got a committee. They got a committee.
Who their committee? Who
I
on their
know
committee
I know
board?
Doug Fisher on one. Remember him and Devin was beefing because of that. Cause they took him
Man,
off
get
the
the fuck
ring.
out. Man, hey, man, get out of here, man. Get out of here, man. Get out of here, man. Get out of
Okay.
here.
Okay. I'm sorry for
Get out
telling
of
the
here.
truth.
Listen, man. Listen. They getting their fighters from the fighters on the other sanctioning bodies boards, bro. We already know what it is, man. I don't know why
You
we acting
making stuff
delusional
up
about this.
now,
Like,
Tip. You making
I
stuff
ain't
up.
I ain't making it up. You can just see it. I mean, it's right there in front of your face.
Making
If
stuff
y'all want to ignore it, like y'all always do, go ahead and be my guest. But
Making stuff
nobody's
up,
blind
man.
from the obvious facts that they're presenting to you right in front of your own eyes. I mean, come on now. It's just crazy. But hey, they gonna do what they do. They gonna do what they do. But yeah, man. Now we get to see Shock possibly move up to 35 and become champion at 35.
He not moving up
Ice
to
weather season.
35. He was moving up to 35. He never would have vacated his 35-pound
Bro,
WBC
he is a
interim title list.
what the
He
fuck
had
does
that.
he? First of
He'd have
all,
been the
he is
mandatory
a
to Shakur.
Nestor. He is a WBC
Yeah,
champion.
yeah,
He got
a 30
he can
pound,
always
30
he
pound,
can always move he can always move up and fight the champion
30
at
pound,
135. Like, what are you talking about? You know they can
30
activate a
pound.
WBC status and move up and fight a champion at 35. Like, let's stop playing the games here. You
That
just
don't mean
don't
they
need
gonna
the
accept
interim.
it. That don't mean they gonna accept it.
I very much think so that Mauricio Suleiman will accept Oshaki Foster, who represents the WBC, to fight for their title at 135 pounds.
We don't
Respectfully,
know.
man.
We
Come
don't
on,
know.
let's stop the cap. Let's stop the
We
cap.
don't
We know
know
what's
that it
going
will
on, man.
get
We know what's going on.
approved.
I would love to see Ice Weather at 135 with all these young guns, man. Because Ice Weather is fun. He's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I like that. And you know, now Shakur got to fight them dogs. Shout out to the WBC, like I said, man. Ain't no dropping these belts so your best friend could go and fight for a title. Fuck all that shit. Nigga, either you stay your ass at 140 or you move your soft ass up to 47 and you go fight them killers. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the WBC for making a power move. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should be liking this shit. Y'all should be liking this shit. Y'all are weird. Y'all boxing fans is weird. You
You
know
a
what I'm saying?
hater, man.
All I ain't no hater. You know who's the haters? The niggas who was out here talking about rehydration clauses, but the streets real quiet now. And now all of a sudden the streets is quiet and niggas ain't talking about rehydration clauses. Dudes publicly And openly talking about run me for a counter, fucking man, publicly and openly talking about putting fighters on rehydration clauses. Y'all disgust me, man. Y'all disgust me. Crazy how the streets is quiet today. It's crazy how the streets is quiet today, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but this is what happens, you know, when it's your favorite fighter, right? When it's your favorite fighter, you ain't got much to say. You know what I'm saying? Y'all a bunch of hypocrites. That's all y'all is, a bunch of hypocrites, man. Disgusting. Disgusting. But I like how it's playing
What's
out. And
disgusting
shout
is
out
that
to,
he got the biggest win of his career and they stripped him, man. And they belt had nothing to do with this fight.
hey, I think everybody needs to go watch that Mauricio Suleiman interview with Ariel Hawani. You know what I'm saying? Like, uh, you know, shit like this is a WBC special event. You know what I'm saying? The WBC is always a part of the biggest fights, man. You know what I'm saying? It's what we do. It's what we do. Shout out to Mauricio. This is what we do, baby. You know what I'm
They
saying? Like, I
wasn't a
got the game
part. They
fucked up.
wasn't a part of that big
Hey,
Shakur Teo fight though.
what's your yes they was. Shakur was their champion. They have to allow Shakur to go up and fight that dude, you know what I'm saying? In representation of being their
No.
champion. What are you talking about?
Allowing Shakur came with a fee that Shakur wasn't with paying, and he still did it.
Hey man, hey, listen, bro, listen. If the nigga ain't want to pay his fees, why we complaining? Why we complaining? Nigga, pay your fees. Pay your fees, bro.
We ain't
Don't
trying
don't
to
get on
pay
the
no.
internet talking about.
We ain't trying to pay no
Alright,
fee
then
for a fight that
don't
you
get on
ain't
the
got
internet.
nothing to do.
Then don't
You
get
ain't
on.
got nothing to do
Then
with
don't
this
get on the
fight.
internet. Don't get on the internet talking about. Oh man, I paid my fees for my last fight. We
Yeah,
don't want
for
to
the
hear that
fight.
shit.
For the
We don't.
fight. This ain't
We
your
don't want to hear
fight.
that shit.
That's what you ain't getting.
We don't.
He up to date. He served his mandatory, paid his fees. This wasn't a WBC fight.
Bro, these niggas, man. Y'all just don't get it. Y'all don't get it.
No,
But hey,
you
it is
don't
what
get
it
it.
is,
You
man.
don't get it.
I get it. Y'all don't get it.
They didn't have to charge him $100,000 just because he was fighting Tio. He paid for the Zepeda fight. He made 2 tweets. I paid my money for the Zepeda fight, and they
Hey,
wanted
then you know what? Then
100,000.
you know what, Ness? Then you know what, Ness? Then he should have just fought Zepeda, and he should have just vacated the title afterwards. Maybe that's what he should have did.
But
He
for
should have just
what?
fought
That's what you're not
Zepeda.
getting.
I
He
mean,
paid that
because
fee.
obviously he ain't want to pay any type of fee.
You're
Obviously
not
he didn't want to
listening.
pay a
You're not
fee.
listening. Listen,
I know.
listen.
I get it. I get it. You don't get it.
All right, bro.
Rent is due. Rent is due every time you fight. Rent is due.
No, it ain't. Not if it ain't a WBC fight, bro.
All right, man. But this was a WBC fight, man.
All right.
According to
Well,
the WBC rules, this was a WBC fight.
now they looking bad in these streets. Back-to-back strippages of the biggest
Hey, man,
boxers in
listen.
boxing.
Listen. That's cool. Listen, y'all want them UFC rules anyway. So go ahead and
That's
follow
the
them
bell,
UFC
man.
rules.
That's the bell.
Yeah, hold on.
You a
Time out. I
hater,
got a
man.
king counter.
You a hater.
I got a king counter.
From
Respectfully, I
who?
got a
From
king
who?
counter.
From who?
Charlottesville. Shout
From
out to
who?
Charlottesville.
Where?
4051, man, for the
Where?
king counter. Say
Where?
nah, he sent me a counter punch, but I
He said
I
one
got you with a counter
counterpunch for
anyway.
you and one for H-Town. That's what he said.
Oh, and I'm sending you a counter. So run me for the counter that Charlottesville is sending me. Respectfully, man, because I'm cooking right now.
But
I'm
you
cooking
really
right now.
not. You sounding like a hater, bro. Like, all jokes aside, you sounding like a hater.
Y'all sounding like some fanned out UFC fans at this point. Y'all like the UFC structure. Y'all like what the UFC got going on. We don't want that shit in boxing, man. Take that shit back over there. This ain't the UFC, man. Kick rocks. Kick rocks. I thought you was down for the cause, Lester Gibbs. You know what I'm saying? I thought you was down for the cause.
Yeah, the
But it just
cause
seems
is
to
one
turn out
belt,
that you one
one
of them.
champion.
You one of them.
You heard
You one of
Wilder,
them.
one belt,
Nah,
one
man.
champion, one face,
Nah,
and his
man.
name was Deontay
You
Wilder.
you an MMA fan, man. You don't like boxing, man. You don't like boxing.
Hey,
That's the
man.
truth. You don't like boxing, man.
Call
You know
it
what I'm
what you
saying?
like.
Like, hey, listen. One thing about Tip, I'm a proud WBC champion, man, and I represent boxing. You know what I'm saying? I am a representation of boxing, man. And
You
you know what I'm saying? I
ducking
wear
not to
my belt
lose that
proudly.
belt. You ducking not to lose
I
that
wear my
belt.
belt. I wear my belt proudly. Thank you, Mauricio Suleiman, for making me a WBC champion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wear my belt proudly, man. I don't know about y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all dudes, go ahead, go get you a Zuffa belt. Get you a Zuffa belt, man. See how far that gets you. You know what I'm saying? Because 2 months from then, you're going to be wanting to fight for that ring belt. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all nasty in these shit. I keep telling y'all, man. Niggas trying to put the ring over the WBC. Y'all disrespectful as hell, man. Y'all ain't even respect that shit when Oscar had it. So why y'all want to? If Oscar had the Ring magazine and y'all ain't respect it then, why y'all want to respect it so much now?
That's
I don't get
cap.
it.
That's cap. Bud's ring
What you mean it's cap?
Bud's lineal belts were during the Oscar regime.
Word. Oh, so we respected it more when Oscar had it. Is what you saying?
We respected it just the same. Now it just has more value and
Nah,
respect.
man.
Bro,
I don't think it
Tyson
has more
Fury,
value.
excuse me, Tyson Fury got a whole 3 fights with Wilder because he was the lineal, which is the Ring magazine belt. Come on, bro, get out of here.
Oh, shit. Bro, that shit is more biased than ever, bro. Come on, bro. Let's cut it out. The ring is
Cry,
more biased than ever.
cry,
The
cry.
ring is losing all its respect. The Ring magazine belt is losing all its respect and credibility,
You
bro.
cry too
It's too
much.
biased.
You
It's
cry
too
too
much biased
much.
observation going on in the Ring magazine. Like, let's cut it out. Y'all gotta chill, bro. Y'all gotta wake up, man. Y'all gotta wake up. Shit, wicked, man.
When you gonna stop
Next week.
crying?
But don't worry, man. Hey, May 5th, man, y'all gonna be watching Sean O'Malley versus Shakur Stevenson in the greatest fight ever. I'm gone.
You may feel
Shout
like
out to
it's your
Sean
time,
O'Malley, man. He trying to make
but
that
it's not your time.
crossover, man. But he looking for a big fight. Unfortunately, he need to just take that Zuffa bottom. But that's the thing. He ain't gonna want to do that because he's like, yo, I'm Sean O'Malley. I got 3 million followers. But it's like, bro, you know. I guess Rayo should put him in there with Rayo. Let Rayo beat on his ass, man. Majid. Big dog. Big dog. H-Town, Counterpunch, courtesy of Trilosophy. Where you at?
Wow. Yo, everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for something. Um, I think that the strippage, and even trying to charge money for a belt that wasn't on the line, all that shit. I feel like it's foolishness, but I'm like, cause like Canelo, wasn't he able to go up and fight Bivol, and then he still was able to hold on to his titles?
Yeah, but you
I
gotta
think
assume
that,
that he paid.
yeah, I guess. But yeah, I look at it like, mm, fuck it, fuck it. Fuck it. It don't matter. I didn't even give a fuck about the going back down to 135 anyway. So I don't know, man. I kind of want a certain fight anyway at 140 now that he got the belt. I like that unification with that Gary Anton Russell or even Mr. Richardson Hitchens. Whoever the fuck got a belt. If it's a champion, take that shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, fuck the WBC for this one. If they want to take the belt, take it. I'm just gonna get another champion. Fuck it. I don't think it matter nothing. But that's all I got.
Alright. If you excuse me, trying to call in, Discord available, X spaces available. Timbo Skit. Timbo Skit. Timbo Skit.
Yo.
Yeah.
I gotta move on. I gotta move on. I gotta move on. I gotta move on. I gotta move. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. Salute, Mr. Gibbler. What's going on?
What
I hope you're having a
up?
great.
What
Hope you're having a
up?
great week. See, I know your ears were bleeding from that piece of shit cool, from that gerbil brain tip, fucking no brain brainless. That was pathetic. That was pathetic. You know, he told a whole lot of bunch of bullshit, but he
Whoa,
does have a
bro.
point. He does have a point. Also, you have a point. Like I said, I'm a diplomat. You understand? So I do see it from both sides. It's just the fact that we have to, just understand what the official rules are. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes, he is right. the fight. If he does fight for the W, he's a representation. Is he a representation of WC, Mr. Gibbler? Is he a representation of WC? Shakur Stevenson.
If he gets a fight and doesn't defend his belt, is he still a WBC champ? Yes.
That's what I'm saying. So he represents the WBC. I believe that I believe he's just learning from the best. Crawford had a word in his ear, making him believe that you don't have to pay these fucking sanctioning bodies. But it's unfortunate because now I can officially say that he was never the best at 135 because we don't know. He never fought the other champions. So it is kind of unfortunate. And the WBC, they're not new to this. They're not new to this. They're done strip. It's not for the same reasonings, but we already know that the WBC are not afraid to strip real champions. We saw Charlo get stripped. We saw Benavidez get stripped multiple times. We saw even the WBC female champion. She got stripped because she failed a drug test. Then you got, if you want to take it back to years ago, 30, 40 years ago, you got Ken Buchanan that got stripped. You got Anklet Wamba. You know who Anklet Wamba is, Mr. Gibbler?
Nah, man.
Okay, cool. Well, Leon Spinks got stripped. It's just multiple. This has been happening since the 70s, even before that. So, like I said, man, I do rate the WBC because they was there before Roberto Suleiman and all of those boxing politicians back there. So, like I said, it's onwards and upwards for Shakur Stevenson. What he needs to do now is focus on the 140 division. What kind of made me confused and then you tried to, I don't know if you criticize O'Shaki Foster for dropping his belt, but if Shakur says I'm moving back
I
down
didn't
to
criticize
135,
him. I'm simply saying if he really wanted a Shakur fight, he would have kept the interim 35-pound title
but then
that gives him a direct access to Shakur.
But Mr. Gibbler, if you're O'Shaki and then you don't know what's going on in Shakur's mind, you're hearing mixed signals. I'm moving to 140.
Yeah,
Then
but
I
you
want to fight
already paid.
147.
Listen, you already paid the fee for the belt. You could keep the
Okay.
motherfucker, and now you found out Shakur got stripped. You vacate, right? Like you already
Mr.
paid
Gibbler.
the fee. You had to fight.
But Mr. Gibbler, who's to say that the WBC won't strip O'Shaki for his interim belt if he
Well,
doesn't, defend it or
they can, but think about it. He just fought and he doesn't have a fight. Shakur fought, beat Cepeda, and he was the champ. They didn't strip him until he fought for another belt, right? So O'Shaki would not have been stripped. Come on, bruv.
so if I'm asking you, Mr. Gibbler, if you was in Shakur Stevenson's shoes, you would have never paid the 100,000 allegedly. I'm not asking.
No. What for? We not
Obviously,
we not even fighting for your belt. I don't even understand why they, I mean, I get
like I
why
said,
they stripped them because that's their rules, but
I'm in the car with you, Mr. Gibbler. I wouldn't have paid 100,000, but I do. That's why I said, Mr. Gerbil Brain had
You
the
may
point
feel
saying
like
that
it's your
when you
time,
fighting, your
but it's
representation of
not your time.
WBC, you pay the rent which is due. But listen, Mr. Gibbler, I appreciate your time. Salute to the community. I hope everyone's having a great week. Thank you, sir. And we'll chop this up. We'll chop this up in a later date. Thank you.
all
Yeah.
right. Whoa, buddy, what's going on? You okay? You okay? If you're looking to call in, X Space is available. We got Discord available. Looking like we got Alex Vega. Place to be.
Yo, can you hear me?
We hear you.
Yeah, man. Now's the time. I'm calling for it again. It's time for the Puerto Ricans to rally around Shakur in this moment of need, just to stand in unity against these crooked sanctioning bodies. It's just absolutely disgusting and disturbing to me as a boxing supporter, someone that follows the sport. Yes, I'm sure it is within their rules that they have, which every rule that they possess is up to the committee to go ahead and override. Um, but I think it is. I'm with you. I think it's a sham. It's disgusting, and I don't like it that they want to charge him 100K to keep his title when he just paid them 7 months ago. But it's not just that, Mr. Gibla. It's not just that. It's not like they're not getting a fee for that division. And you know what? They've actually gotten double fees. Because if you recall, they got Oshaki Foster to fight at 135 pounds for the interim title against Stephen Fulton. And then a couple weeks later, they got another sanctioning fee from Yadir Herrera and Nunez for their interim fight. So let's not pretend like they're not getting anything for a 135-pound alleged world title. They're already getting money. So they're triple dipping. And because it's now you guys want to follow rules. I want to see if you guys follow rules at your job or you guys follow all the rules on the road when you're driving? Because I'm sure you don't. And honestly, it was at least you could have had some time. With Bud, it's completely different instance because he went 2 fights without paying his sanctioning fees. This is your reigning champion, and he's been a champion, I believe, in 2 weight classes. I believe at 130 and at 135. And this is a guy that is 28 years old. And because you guys are so greedy that you guys just don't have the foresight to see that this is a guy that's going to be possibly representing you for many years to come. And allegedly, you guys are the best #1 belt in the world when it comes to boxing, and you demand a measly $100,000, which you already gotten probably within those 2 fights. So no, fuck the WBC, fuck the WBA, fuck the WBO. Hope he drops that shit too, and fuck the IBF. They all can go eat a motherfucking worm. How about that? I say worm. It's nah. Take your money. This is why I am interested to see how Zuffa proceeds. One major world title belt, the ring, the one that says you are the man. One belt to say I am the undisputed #1 at this weight class. Because this is ridiculous. When I say belts don't matter, I'm not saying they have no significance, but they're not the end all be all. We have rankings. If you would rank welterweights, you have in the ring, Rollies is not even fucking ranked. Mario Barrios, I think, is number 10. You have guys that have never faced former champions at all that are ranked above them. And you got Virgil Ortiz, who I believe still may be ranked #1, and he doesn't have a major world title. So, you guys, when you talk about this shit like it matters,
You may
it
feel
doesn't.
like it's your
It's the
time,
fighters that make the belts.
but it's
And when
not
the
your
fighters
time.
move on to another belt, that'll be the #1 belt. Fuck the WBC.
Mick Doonin. Well, hold on, Mick. Let me make sure got no counterpunch. We got that counterpunch for H-Town. We got I Am Dallas tape pound for pound #1 in the chat. Round 1 says Teo was never official 4-belt undisputed. Yeah, he wasn't. He was missing at WBC. 1st and 15th, $2. Ness. You can't fight without paying your fees. Yeah, but I'm not fighting for your belt or defending your belt. That's what is the argument, right? Kerry G, $5. Floyd, Tank, Shakur, and Devin out of 135. Finally, the skill gaps stranglehold on 135 is free. Laugh out loud. Polo Buck, King counter for Alex Vega. Mick Doonin. What up, Mick?
Yes, we've got these idiots on here that don't understand what's actually happened. Shakur Stevenson petitioned the WBC for an exemption to go and fight at 140. He does not owe a sanctioning fee. He owes the petition fee. The petition for the exemption fee is $100,000, and it's that if you want to petition a have a medical exemption, anything. Shakur knew this. This was done in December, and Shakur knew he had to pay it. Shakur decided not to pay it, so he stripped. Because technically, he would have 15 days anyway to pick what division he's staying in. So he's decided he's not paying, and Mauricio has made that decision for him. Tip Bayless is up here shouting about Shockey Foster and all this. Tell that clown Shockey to defend his belt at 130 first. He's had it for that long, he's never defended it. And you're on about Shakur ducking and doing this. Defend his fucking belt, right? But, if Shakur doesn't want to pay the fee, then that's what happens, because you can't be the WBO 140 champion and WBC 135 champion. That's never happened in history, so you take your pick. It's happened a bit earlier because he's refused to pay. Look, it's not the greatest thing in the world, and they say your belts didn't matter, and they all go crying and doing whatever. But at the end of the day, they play by the rules. He knew that's what the cost was because he's had loads of exemptions that he's already paid previously to avoid mandatory defences and whatever. Like, we didn't always agree with Mauricio and we didn't always agree with things at the day, but like for you to go to them and say, can I keep my belt to fight at 140 and I'll make a decision then? No, other organisations will strip you as soon as you go into the ring at that other weight class for that other organisation to fight for their belt. That 100,000 gave him a wee bit of play. If he lost to Teofimo, he comes back to 135 and keeps his belt. Like these people will always argue and do whatever, but nobody really cares apart from Mauricio. Pay your fucking sanctioning fees. Oh, and Bayless mentioned Gary Antoine Russell for he mentioned Gary Antoine Russell for Shakur Stevenson. Shakur's only 28 tip. Gary Antoine only fights pensioners. Barthélemy and Postal. The only live body he's
You may
fought,
feel like it's your
he got
time,
packed up by Puello.
but it's not your time.
So I'm gonna go now and fuck Sean Haney. Tip, you'll get him, my man.
All right, we got Bacavelli.
Yo,
Yo.
what's good, man? Listen, I just think the WBC is poorly run, my nigga. And it's a sanctioning body. They do things by the book. This is a rule in their rules book. It's not like they breaking their rules, but the issue with the rules in these sanctioning bodies is the sanctioning bodies choose who they want to stretch rules for and who they don't. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, how many times has the sanctioning bodies not upheld the mandatories they're supposed to? Let's talk about the WBC particularly. Look at the shit they just did. They just gave this nigga Ryan Garcia after getting a no contest bout due to PED usage, and then losing a terrible fight, a boring fight, to Rolly Romero. They get a nigga another title shot. The nigga Conor Benn, I don't even remember the last time Conor Benn fought at 147. He goes, does his little thing, makes his money, comes back. He's #1 ranked in the WBC. And niggas talking to me about rules and regulations. Why would I adhere to rules and regulations that the body that governs those rules and regulations doesn't adhere to themselves? Am I the slave? Is Shakur the slave? Is that the nigga who's supposed to do what they say, but then they do what they want? It'll be one thing if the niggas who wrote the rules play by the rules 100% of the time. Then there'd be nothing no one could say. You'd be like, yo, this is the sanctioning body. They do what they're supposed to do. They uphold the law at all times. So it's only right for the fighters to do so as well. But that's not the case, my nigga. And then think about it logically. I gotta pay you to fight for a belt that's not yours? What type of mafia shit is that? That must be some old mafia
Nah,
shit.
I mean,
When the mafia was on the box.
if you think about it as an exemption fee.
I'm not trying to hear that shit. For me, it's simple, bro. Like, this is not your belt, my nigga. It'd be one thing if I'm not fighting my mandatories. I just fought my mandatory. What has been 7 months? 8 months, maybe? I just fought my mandatory, my nigga, and gave you bread, no problem. I just fought my mandatory and gave you bread. Just like you said earlier. Niggas, you just had a motherfucking interim title fight in the meantime and got some bread off of that. You gotta get money. Oh, like, slow down, my nigga. Why you so greedy? Like, relax, bro. Niggas just fought they mandatory. The WBC mandatory, niggas just fought it and paid. In that meantime, niggas squeeze another fight and you talking about I need 100 racks? And this niggas in here who don't got half of that money talking about, oh yeah, nah, pay it. Pay who? Pay where? These are the type of niggas who will do anything they superiors tell them to do. They be like, these are the rules, we gotta do it. Nah, nigga, certain shit gotta make sense. That shit don't make no sense, particularly from a governing body who shirks their rules all the time. Conor Benn is #1 in the WBC at 147. For what reason? Ryan Garcia is about to fight Mario Barrios, coming off of a loss. Really, 2 losses because they do the no contest shit. Coming off a loss and a PED no contest. Why? How does that make sense? What rules govern that? None that I can see. They do what the fuck they want to do. It's some mafia shit, some nasty movement. And at the end of the day, it harms them more than anyone else. Because like previous callers have said, when it comes down to it, niggas gonna follow the fighters. You know what I mean? The belts are important. If I run over, you already know what it is. I'll hit you with some with the fee. Niggas, the belts are important, but they aren't at the same
You can
time. It
feel
just
like it's your
depends on the
time,
context of the situation.
but
Nothing
it's
in
not
this
your time.
business is black or white. You got to take the nuance all together. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, yo, is it this way or is it that way? It's about what's going on with this particular fighter and these sanctioning bodies at this point in time. Point blank, period. It's that simple. Know what I mean? Like, so for me, it's just nasty work from the WBC. You feel what I'm saying? I can understand. Listen, I'm a Crawford fan, but hey, you got your fee for niggas fighting for your belt. It's your fee. I think it'd have been cool if they negotiated, but no, it's your fee. It's your belt. Niggas can't tell you what to do about your shit. No one can come here to my house and tell me, hey, like, you can't, this is my shit. I dictate how it operates. Okay, cool. My nigga, I'm going up here fighting somebody else. I thought I just did my fucking mandatory. Can we just be reasonable human beings and just do business how business should be done? And in the end, the WBC is the face for, yo, I don't like what's going on with Zuffa and all these niggas coming in, this one belt, one standard thing. But, bro, you biting yourself. You shooting yourself in the foot. You killing your own fucking claims because you turn around and do dumb shit like this. Sometimes you got to think and just realize, like, yo, what's going on? The nigga Jamel Herring was under somebody's comment. I asked him, I was like, yo, have you ever seen this? He said, no. But, that don't mean the end. That's the end all be all. But, like, bro, you perplexing the industry. Niggas in the industry is like, why are you doing this? Because it just don't make sense. And God forbid, hopefully, I'm not one to insinuate, some conspiracy. Hopefully, it don't got nothing to do with Bud. Because if you willing to do things to other fighters due to personal relationships they have with others, you unqualified to sanction anything. They gotta wrap you niggas up and get you the fuck up out of here. Simple and plain, my nigga. Like, come on, let's stop the bullshit. Let's be reasonable adults. Unless, like I said, some of these niggas on here who call in is willing to do whatever their superiors tell them to do. A superior tell you, yo, this is what it is. They'll be like, okay, I ain't gonna disrespect, but not a nigga like me. Simple and plain. I would have vacated the belt, no problem. I got a question though, because niggas saying, okay, he at 140 now, but can't he? Does he have to defend before he can activate, like being able to, or is that only going up, like where you can activate in the same sanctioning body going up? Can you also use that to go down?
Yeah, he could use it to go anywhere you want. You champion
Right. So if he
status.
wanted to, if he really wanted to go back to 135, he could just be like, yo, let me get Abdullah,
Yeah.
which I think is a good fight. I
And
think
he
Abdullah's a
already
big
he
no.
already did that. If you remember with the WBO, he talked to them and got more money than the champ, Jamel Herring.
Okay. All right. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think Abdullah's a bit young. I would like Abdullah to season some more, but if he really wanted 135, that's the path forward. You know what I mean? That's the way to do so. So for me, I think all his options are still open. If I was in his position, I'd do the same thing. Can't no fucking crooks who don't follow their rules dictate to me when to follow theirs at whatever point they choose to do so. Like, that's the thing about the WBC. That's the thing about a lot of these sanctioning bodies. It's all hypocrites. All saying, oh, these rules we gotta adhere to, but you niggas shirk them all the time. You can't fucking preach to me when you niggas don't do what you need to be doing. But that's shouts to you,
You
shouts
may
to them.
feel like it's your time,
Because
but it's
All
not your time.
right. Phone lines are open. Phone lines are open if you're trying to call in. Discord available. X Spaces available. Rayochenko on the check-in. What it do? Kerry G, $2 super chat. Meant Tio, not Floyd. 135 free at last. No A sides. What up?
What up? Champ. Hey,
What's
shout out to
good?
WB, shout out to the community. Man, I
Salute.
haven't called in a minute. I haven't collected crow, but we don't got time. I only got 3 minutes. We don't got time to collect crow right now. So here, I'll make it quick. I collect crow. I was wrong about some picks. All right, but let me get to my call. Uh, I don't know. Actually, somebody has said something like this, similar to what I'm about to say. I can't remember who, so I don't know who to credit, but shout out the community. My thing is, what if we throw all the belts away and just make big fights? Like, Ness, educate me. Is there something that like is blocking fighters from doing that? Like hypothetically, let's say Keyshawn Davis says, "Fuck the belts, fuck the fees. Me and Devin Haney, we're gonna fight in I don't fucking know somewhere in the South, like and I don't know, or in Bay Area. Like, educate me. Is there a reason why they can't do that?
Why they can't go to the Bay Area?
No, anywhere. Fuck it. I'm sorry. Let me not anywhere. Just why can't they just bypass the belts? Like, what if Keyshawn Davis, or okay, fine, not Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson says, you know what? I'm gonna drop all these belts, and I want to fight Devin Haney in 2 months from now. In
Yeah, I
three
mean,
months
they
from
just
now, I
gotta
want to
have
fight
someone.
Devin
They gotta
Haney.
have someone who's willing to pay for it because yeah, the belts don't matter, and they can drop them. Somebody just got to be willing to pay for
Yeah.
the fight.
Okay, so hypothetically, if Turkey was like, you know what, fuck all those belts, I'm gonna give you 5 million. Okay, I'm gonna get you paid.
Yeah.
Both sides are gonna get paid.
Uh huh.
We don't need the belts. Like we don't need them. They don't need to be involved. Because my thing is,
No,
they
that's
got
why
bigger
the
name
ring is
value,
important.
bro. So then, my thing is, if I was a fighter, if I was like a top elite fighter, I would literally do what I think it was. I can't remember that legendary boxer. Was it Bo? Some legendary heavyweight who dropped all the belts. I'd do what he did and just say, I don't want to fight for these belts. I just want to make big fights, like on some Gervonta Davis shit. This is all making sense. I see why Tank Davis was in cahoots with the WBA. I know he only had one belt, but they're probably breaking bread within the organization. I could see clear as day now. Like if I was a top elite fighter, like Crawford and fucking Shakur, I would just drop the belts and say, I want to make big spectacles. I want to make big fights only. I'd go to MVP promotions. I don't know, somewhere. Like, am I tripping? Is there like legally, can they not do that?
You can drop a
Yeah, nah,
belt, bro.
right?
You don't need to fight for the belt. You can drop a belt anytime you want.
Yeah, then okay, then we need to start pushing that agenda then. Like as a community, we should be cool with fighters who don't want to hold on to the belts and just I just want to make big fights. That's it. Big money fights. That's it. Period. No. I don't want to fight for a
You may feel like it's your
WBA. I don't
time,
want to fight for a BC.
but it's not your
Oh,
time.
that's my call. Sean Haney was the culprit. I didn't get enough time, bro. Hey, we got to investigate that.
Bobby Cuts.
What do we have here? You know what I'm saying? Y'all talk about Tank getting stripped, but who got stripped? Your boy. Which is be careful what you wish for, because you might get it yourself. You know what I'm saying? The WBC strikes again. They've been doing this, but you know the real truth is Shakur was never going back to 135 in the first place. He don't want no smoke with a Shocky Foster. You know he gonna cherry pick counter bid. He gonna keep cherry picking because he already has a pass to duck. He's already been ducked. When you can duck people and then you got people coming out saying people ducked you, that's when you know you're on a protection plan. They just being anti-tank is enough to give him a pass to do whatever he wants. So it's just gonna be another shit show. You know what I'm saying? But y'all created this, and it's gonna keep on coming. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna blow up in your faces. You're gonna remember that all the shit y'all did, all the shit y'all said. You're gonna look like hypocrites because it's gonna happen to the guy you saying was the opposite of that. You know? I guess the belts don't matter no more. You know what I'm saying? But we've been saying that. We've been saying that on this side, but y'all ain't want to listen. You know what I'm saying? Shakur ducking with the whole 35 because it's smoking 30. He ducked Muratalo the first time, acted like he was a nobody. Now Muratalo got a belt. He don't want to go back to 35 to fight Muratalo. Muratalo want to come up to 140 to fight him. He say no thanks. I'm going to fight Conor Ben, a guy who's never been a champion, never did anything but fight fucking Chris Eubank in a circus match in the UK. And y'all clapping that shit. He talking about rehydration clauses, but he said he criticized Tank for having rehydration clauses, but he want rehydration clause on Conor Ben and Devin Haney. And everybody's just acting like it's all good when Shakur does it. So that shows you that everything they said about Tank was bullshit. It was just pure hate, not quality hate, but it was pure hate. It was the same. It was that MAGA hate. It was that white trash trailer park type hate. You know what I'm saying? wasn't that quality hate like I'm about to give to these motherfuckers this whole 2026. You know, so Shakur, you know, keep on ducking. You don't want no smoke with Tank. Them charges about to come out clean. We gonna be back on your ass. What you gonna say then, Shakur? You gonna have to get what's coming to you sooner or later, nigga. Stop playing, dog. We know Devin Haney can't beat you. We know you can outbox Devin Haney. We know you've been beating Devin Haney all them years. We heard Bill on tape on your little secret Inspector Gadget homeboy was recording it. We seen the video. We know Bill said he was always getting out on Dev. We know the storyline. Come get this Tank smoke. Come get the Super Bowl of boxers people want to see. The people, the streets want to see Tank knock you out. Make it happen. That's your payday. That's the biggest fight in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Bud cannot help you in this fight. This ain't T.O., the overrated, top-ranked hype job. This ain't no goddamn Josh Taylor with no weak ass motherfuckers. Like, you know what
You
time it
may
is with
feel like it's your
GTD.
time, but it's not your time.
That's my
Alright,
time.
that's the time. Sean, UK.
That's my audio, Ness.
Straight.
Good. Well, shout out for Mick for giving us the enlightenment about that petition, because that does make things a little bit different. However, if I was in Shakur's management, I still wouldn't pay that fee. What Shakur needs to do is become the superstar that he's destined to be. And wouldn't be surprised if Suleiman comes begging to Shakur to say, "Oh, put the past behind us and just fight for my belt again." Because remember when Canelo got stripped with this against he got stripped against Triple G. Then how long later was it when Suleiman started to give Canelo compliments and Canelo started to fight for the belt again? What was the time frame for that, Ness? You remember?
The time frame for what?
For when when Mauricio stripped Canelo originally, then later on
Oh, it was about a
he
year
basically
later
started
for
giving
the
Canelo.
for the Golovkin fight you talking about? Like stripped him and then it was a year
Yeah,
later they fought for the belt.
because basically he realized the money that Canelo was generating. He was like, oh, maybe we made a mistake, and he started to shower him with compliments. So then Canelo started fighting for his belt again. But my point is that once Shakur becomes big, maybe not quite as big as Floyd, that's when the WBC would will come around and just try and get the situation rectified, because I'm a bit of a traditionalist, because think about it now, if he doesn't fight for the belt, he will never be undisputed. So I still would like that to happen. So it's still kind of early in his career to have these type of problems and divisions, but he's got to stay on principle. 100,000 is a lot of money, so I wouldn't, I definitely wouldn't want to pay that. But doing this says something about there's been no champions that held it simultaneously. But remember with Floyd, he had 4 belts at welterweight and junior middleweight. So that just proved that when there's a lot of money, WBC themselves, they worked with the WBA and allowed him to fight for the WBC and the WBA. And I remember for the 154, he didn't even defend that belt for like a year and a half. Was that right, Ness? When Floyd had both belts in those 2 divisions?
Man, I don't want to lie, bro. I don't know how long it
You
was,
may feel like it's your time, but it's not your
that's my
time.
time. But yeah, take his time.
All right. Discord available, X Spaces available, Counterpunch for Tip, King Counter for Vega, courtesy Apollo Buck, Tip with the counter, courtesy Apollo Buck.
Yo. Yeah, man. I think there's a lot of delusion going on with people, man. Like niggas keep talking about belts don't matter and shit. Listen, man. Respectfully, it's a reason Tank kept the belt. Yeah, the belts don't matter, but as long as I got the belt, it matters. You know what I'm saying? Because I got the belt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think niggas need to understand something. Like, the belts add value. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think people don't understand. Like, niggas just act like these dudes could just go off and fight big cash fights without being a champion. No, the champion, having a belt as the champion status, and that adds value to your name and your resume as a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, the amount of title defenses and shit. You know, all that. It has merit. And I think some of these boxing fans become confused just thinking that fighters could get out here and have $1 million prize fights with no belt on the line. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me the fighter actively, currently today, just out here fighting, making millions of dollars without a title being on the line. It ain't one. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all need to wake up, bro. Y'all need to wake up. Honestly, there's a lot of delusion running around in the sport right now, and I'm here to wake people up, man. Cause a lot of y'all seem confused. Like, the champion status does matter in this sport, respectfully, bro. And that's why these sanctioning bodies are here to help the fighter. You know what I'm saying? Cause without them belts, you know what I'm saying, nigga, you just out here fighting, and you ain't got no value added to you. Cause there ain't nobody gonna give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? They just move on to the next nigga. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. That's just how it goes. Um, yeah, man. Like, that shit just crazy to me that people just think a fighter like Keyshawn Davis could just go ahead and have a cash fight for millions of dollars, you know what I'm saying, without having the champion status. It's diabolical, man. Diabolical. But yeah, man, Shakur, pay them fees, man. Pay them fees. You know? The Avengers at it again, man. These niggas really shaking up boxing. They are really shaking up boxing. You know what I'm saying? The one thing I can say is Clarissa ain't gonna do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Clarissa got too much pride. Yeah, those are homeboys and shit, but she got too much pride in being the champion. And I know for a fact that my Guo is gonna pay her sanctioning fees. Respectfully, she gonna pay her sanctioning fees. Yeah, Clarissa gonna pay them sanctioning fees. Yeah, y'all better stop playing with my Guo, man. You know what I'm saying? 3-time undisputed. Fuck is you talking about? 5 division champion, you know? Shit like that. But yeah, man, y'all niggas need to catch up, man. Catch up and stop playing. And it's a shame that we on here talking about Shakur and ain't nobody mention Keith one-time Thurman, baby. We back, baby. And we about to chop that motherfucking tree down. We about to chop that motherfucking tree down with that axe. Timber, bitch. Timber. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what time it is, man. Keith one-time Thurman back in action. And we about to fuck up the tower in Inferno, man. Sebastian Fedora need to get some character, bro. Because that motherfucker can't sell a fight for shit. But this is why we got Keith Thurman back, baby. Because, you know, he going to sell a fight and he going to bring a fight. You know what I'm saying? He going to do all that. You know, this is what you're supposed to do in the sport of boxing. Sell a fucking fight, man. Y'all fighters need to take some fucking notes. Take some notes. Because Keith Thurman doing it the right way. I'm glad one time back in the in boxing and then the division of 154 to come and shake shit up. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these niggas just do talking. A lot of them just do a lot of talking. They got Virgil listed as the #1 fighter. When we knock this tall motherfucker off, the Ring Magazine better give us our damn respect. Because Virgil ain't never won a title at fucking 54. You know what I mean? At 47. And he didn't win one at 40. Been through 2 weight divisions, ain't won a title yet. So when Thurman beat Fundora and he becomes WBC champion at 154 pounds, the Ring Magazine better do the right thing. They better do the right thing. Because Fundora is the former unified champion at 154 pounds. You know what I'm saying? He the reason Xander got a belt. So when we knock his tall ass out, they better rank us #1 and send us that Ring Magazine belt respectfully.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
Alrighty then. That was your guy, Tip Bellis. We got Jimmy Buckets with the counterpunch owed. Julio Guzman, $2. Lobo didn't pay sanctioning fees against Tip. We got Mr. PBC.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, man. It's just crazy. So can I get a little context? I'm sorry. So did he pay them or he didn't pay them?
He paid for the Zepeda fight. They wanted to be paid for this fight, and he did
Oh,
not.
okay.
So they stripped.
Oh, okay. It's pretty quick. It seems like, it's not just profit. It's profit and we need our money now. Kind of like JG Wentworth, but they're not trying to help you get money. Um, yeah, man, it seems like that's what they do. Shout out to Turkey for representing drop the belt. He told Bill to do it. Doesn't make any sense to pay something that crazy. Damn, 100,000 is fucking a lot. But it is what it is. That's what they do. I don't think they're gonna be in the sport that long. So Ness, write down the number. Maybe get a beer with them here and there. It might be your best friend. I don't think people gonna want to fuck with this. If you keep on just doing this, you're showing your true intentions. He wasn't doing that to certain people. It is what it is. I mean, I guess it is nepotism a little bit. Um, the people you fuck with. So that's what it is. Nice topic. Hopefully you get him on the show. This is about him. But yeah, that's my call.
All right, Nas, what up?
Yo,
Yo,
I'm good. What's up, Ness? Um, uh, this this topic right here. It's like how do you feel about it? Like I think it's just a series of decisions. You feel me? Like he said he was gonna go to 140, win a belt, drop the belt, and then do whatever he do after that. You know, what do it matter, right? He the big fight. Everybody's saying he the face of boxing, so just make the fight, right? But when he talking about rehydration clauses and stuff like that, he could have went the IBF route and got a rehydration clause with people, but not Devin Haney because he a champion, right? You see how that worked? You see how that worked? The only way he could have dictated, the only way he could dictate a rehydration clause to Devin Haney, like realistically, go to 147 and get a belt. Get a belt, pay some sanction fees and get a belt. Other than that, without a belt, um, whatever. I don't know how you gonna get around paying sanction fees and make a big fight. Yeah, that's just me though. I mean, it might happen, and it, it might. I don't know. I just don't. What are you gonna fight contenders? I mean, you feel what I'm saying? That's if you're not paying sanction fees. I mean, this one don't matter. 100,000, okay, but he gonna pay him in the future, right?
I don't know, bro.
No, I
Probably he
mean,
probably not
well,
messing with the WBC no more.
okay, so it's just the WBC. It's not about sanction. It's not about sanctioning fees. It's not about. It's just. I mean, we don't know, right? I'm not trying to. I guess it's just we don't know. I don't know what this is about. I don't know if it's about sanctioning fees. I don't know if it's about belts. I don't know if it's about being a champion. I don't know what it's about, but we gonna see what his next move is and who we gonna fight next. That's all that really matter, right? Making a big fight. So you know, I just think it can create friction over there, right? Because he said he was going to drop the belt so Keyshawn can have it. So drop the belt, bro. Drop it right now. Drop it today. Don't play around.
Well, he ain't gonna
And
drop
I
that
hear you
shit no
say, well,
more. Why would you drop it now if you got stripped? You need that.
need it for what? What do you said your man? You know what I mean? I mean, I need it for what? He the face now. What do you need a belt for?
I mean, you need it so that like you feel me, so that like I don't know, like you got leverage.
The face though. That's the leverage. That's my card. That's
All right. Mick Doonan, I see you, but I don't see no counter. Let me see. Did someone send him a counter? That says counter punch for Vega, King counter for Vega, counter punch for
You
H
may
Town.
feel like it's your
Mick
time,
Doonan, you owe me a counter if you
but
want
it's
another
not your
call.
time.
Homie home skill. I got player price on the line.
Yo, yo,
Yo, yo.
on a motherfucking head, boy. Hey, man, I usually don't speak on stuff like this, but I see that where it needs to be, where I need to say something. That's like this is kind of like your field. I see you taking and I understand your position. You know what I'm saying? You with your relationship and stuff, but it's a lot of people who are
Well, you
confused.
obviously ain't listening because I said I think they are wrong. Their fight, this belt wasn't on the line, and he paid his Zepeda fees. So you clearly wasn't listening. It's loud in the
No,
truck.
no, no,
It's
no.
loud in the truck.
I'm not even in the truck, but real quick though,
Ooh.
come on, Ness, don't do me like that.
No, I ain't know.
Look,
I ain't know.
okay, nah, I didn't mean it like that. I am coming in late, but I'm not saying what you. I heard what you said, most of it. But what I mean is when they're confused and they like, Ness, can you make a big fight like this without the belt? And that's when you kind of like not trying. But anyway, let me say this. Maybe you can clear it up. You know what I'm saying? You can make big fights like that because it don't take belts to make millions, but it's status. It's just like the white boy. Who just got knocked out by the heavyweight. You feel me? They're making millions. You know what I'm saying? And they're not fighting for no belt up over there. You know what I'm saying? So uh the thing though is you need the belts or some type of system of ranking. And whoever's doing the job of ranking wants to get paid because that's a job to do. So who are you gonna pay for that? And then they're also in cahoots. They may be. It depends. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it could be just the promoter, but there has to be a ranking system who you see, and then to get everybody to just drop the belt and say "F the belt." That's like you telling everybody, "Hey, let's not shop at Walmart," and you like, where the fuck I'm gonna shop at? Safeway? I don't know what you guys got in your section, but I'm supposed to shop at the high charging grocery store because y'all mad at them for some political shit or whatever, or because you chose to shine the spotlight on them for doing some racist shit this time. You like, man, listen, I'm trying to live my life and figure my shit out, and you want me to fight your battles or stand with you for shit. It's just like protesting, going out there and standing there for y'all to make some signs, stand in front of the Capitol and yell and come up with fucking cheerleading songs and shit. What is that doing? You feel me? And then when if these motherfuckers start popping off, and doing the bring out the cavalry and shit with the smoke bombs and all that shit. Y'all gonna scatter like roaches when the lights come on. You feel me? Y'all ain't really about that life. You guys is there to kumbaya, but people ain't gonna gather like that on some real shit. Unless it's some third world country shit and ain't no one got shit to live for but that, and then they fitting to fight to the death for that shit. But you telling people who got jobs and trying to support family and just live life and man, let's bring it back to the boxer. This motherfucker on the come up. He trying to make millions. He would happily give them 100,000 if he was making a million. You feel me? Like, but so it's different positions, and then people switch up when they get in them positions, and they like, oh, this they know the game the whole time, but then they don't want to play when the check get big. That be the part. Nah, nigga, this was the deal. You already know what it is, but now because you seeing and run me if need
You
be,
may
Ness.
feel like it's your time, but it's not
You
your
know, I'm
time.
good for the five. But this shit needs to be said because I feel it, but at the same time I don't. Same shit with Bud. I'm a Bud motherfucking fan, but you know the deal. Now, if it's a loophole and some shit and you can slither your way out, I get it. Okay. Hey, you playing a game, touche. But guess what? This shit gonna come around and bite you in the ass. That undisputed shit is out the door now. You done left a bad taste. You might have to pay double next time. They not gonna fall for the same shit twice or three times. It's shit like you gotta look further down the road, and this where management come into play. And this where young mindedness come into play when you a young boxer. And nigga, is you boxing? Is you trying to manage? Is you playing politics? You wearing all these hats at a young ass age, nigga. You ain't even turned 30 type shit. In real life is happening, nigga. You can really fuck yourself up. Again, I'm just a fan from the outside, with my age and wisdom looking in. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole bunch of moving parts to this shit, and everybody over here saying how they feel on this part. They not looking at everything. You know what I'm saying? But hey, everybody got an opinion, an asshole, and some shit to say and a joke to make and all that shit. But when you really passionate about it and trying to make sense of it, you got to look at that shit from all angles. So, and again, a motherfucker who been here playing with it, this is their game, and you the new boxer coming up, and you want to act like because they made you famous, now you want to switch up. Hey, man, that shit, hey, like you said, man, they on some mob shit. That shit ain't gonna go. Now they trying they lightweight legitimize and shit, so they not gonna whack you. But hey, man, you never know, man. You playing with long bread, and you trying to fuck off legacies and people's money legacy wise, feeding they kids. Man, I can see how that shit get ugly. I know niggas that get knocked off over lighter shit, way lighter. So. I owe you $5, Ness. I'm out of here. Maybe you can weigh in. Look, I'm with whatever dude said about getting dude on the show. Get him on the show, Ness. Send him a text. Say, hey, my fans is over here confused. Half of them over here. Could you come on here and explain?
Do
You know I
y'all
got your back,
think I ain't
Marsupial.
send
That
Mauricio a
Marsupial.
text? That's what y'all think? Like, come on, man.
No. I know you is, but Ness, you got to push the issue. Use your clout. Use your hey,
I
the
text him
people
at
want to know.
6:47
You
my
looking bad
time.
out here.
I
I ain't
text him
saying you
at
didn't.
6:47 my time. Outside of that,
Hey.
I text him at 2:06 my time. When I asked him, was it a mistake or was the title vacant, and did they strip Shakur? So he ain't answering me today, bro. He probably dealing with a lot of backlash.
Yeah. Hey, just let them know you got it. Hey, you was partners still, no matter what, and you got a
You may
platform
feel
for
like it's
him
your time, but it's not your time.
to come on and plead his case, and you ain't gonna run him into the ground. You're gonna let him get off. But anyway, I'm out of here, and that's all you five.
All right, you the man. Discord available. X Spaces available. Mickey Doonan. Am I confusing another show with some other show? Because I thought you called in already, bro. Big Balls, Bandalorian, $5. I voted for Tip for Hater of the Year last year. He leading it again already. But Shakur should just hit up Peoples and fight for the IBF ring Lenial versus Muda Daya. Oh Wizard, counterpunch for Mick, a.k.a. Ryan's favorite fighter. Crying out loud. Julio Guzman, $2. Champs need to put tariffs on these titles. Mick Doonan, counterpunch, courtesy of a Wizard.
Well, yes, I still had two counter punches for the other day for Polo Buck when I cooked Caesar. I didn't come back on.
All right.
So, as to reply, Sean. Sean is right, but unfortunately for Sean, Floyd was very smart when he had the belts. So Floyd fought Maidana at 147, but the 154 belts are on the line as well. So he was defending them. So he could defend the two sets of belts because it was at the lower weight class. And that's what he done. And they were all consecutive fights. Canelo, Maidana, and then he dropped the belts. So that's why he could fight at for the WBA Super and the WBC 154 belts, as well as the 147 he won for Maidana and the 147 WBC belt. But that's what he done. He continued to fight at 147, and because it's under 154, the other belts are on the line as well. Unfortunately for Shakur, he had a WBO and a WBC, and he fought in the higher weight class. That's why he couldn't defend the belts. And like I've sent you the thing on Instagram as well, Ness. Shakur petitions for it, so he goes and asks, and WBC grant him it. No, was that Shakur hoping that if he did lose, he can come back to 135 and he's still got his belt? Because I'm sure if Teo packed him up, he'd have paid the 100 grand today. He'd have paid that to keep his 135 belt. Like these fighters, or managers as such, are going and doing these things and trying to protect the fighters. Fighters also try to protect themselves, and when it comes to paying, they just didn't want to pay. People are talking about the Ring Magazine belt and whatever else. Nobody's interested in the Ring Magazine belt. Not one fucking bit. I was like, this division has never had a fucking champion. And like, we've got this into this bad habit of calling it the lineal title. Because like, you'll remember, like, Roy Jones, he had loads of ring belts, but Roy Jones was never a lineal champion. Lloyd, Lloyd Jones got like, remember they used to hand these fucking ring belts out. Prince Nassim's got a ring belt, was never a lineal champion. Got it as a gift. Lennox Lewis got his ring belt as a gift. It's like they didn't even fight for them; they just gave them out to people. But now we've got Turkey Al Sheikh, and look, we make it sure that the ring belt is the main one. So we've got an issue at 147, and now David Haney beat the shit out of Brian Norman Jr. David Haney's ranked 1, Brian Norman Jr. ranked 2. So free rematch, that would be for the lineal ring belt. How the fuck is that? How the fuck can you beat somebody, rematch them, and then
You may feel like it's your time,
suddenly for a ring belt,
but it's
or
not
it's
your
you're
time.
now the lineal champ? Anyway, Ness, I'll just go. I'll pass it to the counters to anybody that's wanting them. Tip, get training. We'll pack the Haneys up.
All right, champ. You the man. Discord available. X spaces available. Anybody wants to call in, we got Donnie Entertainment.
Yo, Ness, what's good?
What up?
Chilling, man. My fault. I had myself on mute. Ain't even know it, man. Long time, man. Yeah, man. Let me chime in real quick on the topic and all that. So my question I want to ask you. So basically, Shakur, like when you fight and you pretty much have to pay the sanction fee every time you fight with that belt, pretty much, right? Am I correct?
Yeah.
So like how like when he fought Zepeda, he had to pay a sanctioning fee with that belt, pretty much in that fight.
Yep.
What after or before the fight or something like that?
The
So
way he
I
wrote it,
get
he
it
said
that
after the fight.
okay, so he paid the that sanction fee after the fight. So now that he fought the fight he just had when you know what I'm saying that he just had this weekend. I'm like going blank right now. I'm saying when he fought Teofimo, he just fought that fight. So did he have to pay the WBO? Did he have to pay them after that fight?
Hell yeah.
Oh, so he like so his whole thing is like, why am I paying two people? Is that's it sound crazy? And all right, I was trying to figure that out. I'm like, I mean, I hope you're not ducking paying anybody, but so his whole thing is I already paid them, well I gotta pay you too, pretty much in a sense. But he's trying to hold that belt, so he's trying to hold the WBC, and the WBO. So I mean, that's kind of sticky though. Yeah, I get where like WBC coming from because like you still fighting with our shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? So you get what I'm going on this, or you like not jacking it?
I mean, I get everybody, but my stance is still the same. It's just like their belt wasn't on the line. So I don't get. And he just paid, and his mandatory is not due. So I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
And then it would have been like, all right, he not paying WBC no bread, but then it's like, when is your next fight? Like, what you gonna be? I mean, 'cause he just finished this one, so I mean, I'm just trying to understand. I be trying to learn. You know what I'm saying? I always mess with you, whatever, like that. So I just be asking questions and everything. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because I'm over here looking at I'm looking at the division on the website, the 140, belt holding and everything, and I see under the WBO is him and Keyshawn and Tio. So he's not gonna fight Keyshawn. So I mean, I mean, unless they reverse anything, he's gonna have to fight one of these belt holders or something like
Well,
that.
we don't
Because
know
I don't
what's
know
gonna
who
happen now because obviously, he ain't got no belt now. He got to keep that belt.
you got to keep that WBO pretty much. Yeah. I got you. Yeah, man. I wish the best for him, man. And it's just crazy because it's also with the timing with the Bud Crawford type shit. So it's like, I mean,
I mean, I hear y'all stating it, you know. So, but yo, salute, Ness, man. You already know.
All
Just
right,
checking all the
salute.
time. You know
Nah,
what
it
I'm
looks
saying?
bad
Wish
on
you
the
the best. Get ready.
WBC for sure. Trilosophy, what up?
You may feel like it's your time.
Trilosophy.
Yeah, I still always be pronouncing the name wrong. That's wild.
What is it?
Trilos, you know, like philosophy.
Yeah.
Trilosophy,
And what am I saying?
trilosophy.
Trilosophy.
Damn it, bro. You wild, man. You East Coast dudes always be fucking up people's names as well. It's all good. Hey, um, yeah. I mean, as far as Shakur being stripped, I, he got stripped of his 135-pound WBC belt, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I think Mauricio and his board or whoever makes decisions, they probably just saw the writing on the wall. They already saw Shakur kind of riding off the back of Crawford as far as like his decision, like agreeing with the same, everything that Crawford is saying. Like Shakur he's been saying this publicly as well, right?
Saying what publicly? What we talking about?
Like like why are we paying these sanctioning fees and all this stuff? Like, you know what I mean? Like pretty much like the same complaints Crawford has said publicly or tweeting and all that stuff.
I don't
I feel
know.
like there
I don't
was.
know that Shakur's been saying that stuff, the same stuff. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly.
Okay, so that's why I'm asking, because I'm not definitively sure. I feel like he either agreed with it or it was like in an interview or something, but I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to go do my research after. But as far as that one belt shit, like, yeah, I think it depends on what kind of sport. The UFC was and Bellator and all that stuff, like MMA. Um, yeah, they created that system. I think they've always, MMA has always had that kind of system. They didn't have several promoters, several different belts. Um, but boxing's had, the three, several belts throughout history. I mean, the four belt era. When did that start? That was it. Wasn't always four belts. I know that. Do you know when that started, Ness?
Shit, nah. But in the '90s, right? Because the WBO is late '90s.
Okay, run me another one. Um,
You may
so
feel like it's
I
your
don't know.
time,
It's like
but it's not your time.
it's almost like some of those like old school video games. I mean, I guess even now. I mean, I don't play video games anymore, um, but like you get to this boss, you get to the next boss, you get to the final boss. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of I think that's pretty exciting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To be able to clean out a division, like shit, like kind of like Canelo did, right? Or like anybody else who unifies in the division and just or goes and gets all the infinity stones. You know what I mean? Like Thanos couldn't do what he needed to do with just one infinity stone. He needed all six.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. To me, I mean that's a lot of nice hardware. Like in the picture, you're in the history books. I mean, you're in the history books with one
Well,
championship
he's in the
title,
history
anyways.
books anyway, though. That's the thing. He's in the history
That's
books
that's all.
anyway.
Yeah, for sure. As soon as you're a world champion, even one, you're in the history books. It is what it is. Even if you don't successfully defend it, right? You're still in there.
Yeah. He
Yes.
defended
Yeah.
it, though. He defended it versus Cepeda and others. They
No.
just.
I'm just saying, even if you didn't, like
Oh,
once
yeah,
you
yeah,
become a
yeah, yeah,
champion,
yeah,
you
yeah.
are in
Yeah,
the
you're in
history
the
books.
books. You're
Yeah.
in the books.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just I don't know. To me, it's just more exciting. I mean, as far as the paying the sanctioning fees and all that stuff, um, I don't know. That's I understand it, I guess. I mean, it just It's kind of like when Terrence Crawford said, like, let me see the books.
Yep.
Apparently,
And people
Mauricio
laughed at
says,
him.
hey,
People
the
laughed
book.
at him, and look, he was
I
right.
know.
He was
I
right.
know. But apparently, Mauricio said that the books are open, that they're always out there. They make
For
a
his
report every
company. For his
year or every
company.
quarter for his company.
Yeah, but I
Well,
don't know. I don't
apparently,
know how
that's a
active.
company that he did that to him, though. He
Yeah, but
did that to the WBC.
yeah, but I
So,
don't know how active you are on Twitter. But there is a reporter who got fired from Pro Box. I just don't do the TMZ shit, but there's a reporter who got fired from the Pro Box by the name of Carlos Solis, I think it is. He was fired from Pro Box allegedly for uh, looking into the Mauricio Suleiman fund, or excuse me, should I say Don Suleiman fund, Jose Suleiman fund, and
uh huh. Don
alleged,
Jose, right?
yeah, and allegedly,
Oh.
this guy, this reporter is claiming that there's no money in the fund, and it doesn't make any sense when
Mm.
Mauricio said 75% goes towards the fund. So I don't know, you know.
He got fired from TMZ?
No, got fired from Pro Box.
Oh, from Pro Box. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, all right. Well, shit. I don't know what to say then.
You may feel like it's your time,
I'll send you this
but it's
counterpunch, and
not your
then
time.
I'll probably send another counterpunch for either Tip or somebody else. But we'll see what's up.
You the man, you the man. Listen, we got King Counter, speaking of counter punches, for Fart Face. The name shall never go away.
Hey man, you're the creator of it, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Someone had to wear it proudly because what's his name did it. Anyway, man. See, this is the thing. The world title is supposed to mean something, right? And there's a history of being a world champion it meant not just something, but it meant literally the world. That was what these fighters were fighting for. Becoming the world champion meant that you were one of the best fighters in the world, and you could be the best fighter in division, or you were in the top competition, probably top three best fighter in that weight class. Because there's been a couple belts for years, and that's it seemed to have been worked out because most of the time the business led them to fight each other to prove who's the man, right? Guys got paid because that's what a lot of people seem to care for. That's what we're talking about: $100,000 to get an exemption, according to Mick, for doing it, which makes sense. I'm just wondering though, like, how many world champions do we have per division? I mean, honestly, I saw a count and they were saying there's like 48, 50 world champions currently. We have how many divisions? Well, we have 15 divisions or something like that, right? Uh, so there should be four, should be 60, okay? Right? How many divisions are there? I don't even know. 12, 15. I mean, I honestly don't know. Why? Because boxing just keeps adding more and more and more. Excuse me for being ignorant on it, because there was the eight original, then we got these super light divisions. We went from two belts to three belts to four belts, and it's like, and then it even got worse. I mean, we have three WBA champions in the division, two WBC champions. The IBF and WBO don't really do interim champs. It's very, very seldom that it occurs. But yeah, man, I mean, there was a time where you could have seven divisions and seven world champions in one division. Interims, super, dupers, franchise, world champion. And it's like, we just accepted it. And I'm just sick of it, bro. Like, I want the world champions to want to fight each other, and I want the business to make sense. And how do you do that? These guys need to be earning it in the ring. Like, I just don't get it. These guys, like, why the fuck did Patty Donovan and Lewis Crocker fight for IBF champion? Like, who did they beat? Can you name me three Lewis Crocker opponents and then three Patty Donovan opponents? Can you name two of each that was actually within the division and then wasn't coming off a loss? against someone that wasn't even rated themselves. Like honestly, if you look through it, it's just become so political. And listen, whenever there's a group of people, things are always gonna get political. Like, I mean, come on, I don't live in a box. But at the end of the day, if we want to push for something to be the best, you have to steer it that way. Don't forget, we are the
You may
consumers.
feel like it's your
Without
time,
us, they
but it's not
cannot
your time.
function. You look at any business. Someone say, "What am I supposed to not go to Walmart and go to Superway or Way Segway or whatever?" Hey, man, if Walmart is not giving you what you want, then yeah, you don't go there. Obviously, it's not because they did something where they're funding some Democrat or some Republican. Who gives a shit about? I mean, if that's what you care for, then don't do it. But if you want to get a product out of it, then yeah, go there. And that's all I'm saying. These fighters are being conditioned that these belts matter so much, which it's supposed to matter. But at the end of the day, you're seeing it with all these different rules and stipulations and fees. Like the world doesn't have to function like that. The boxing world doesn't have to function that way. And I'm gonna mention again, I'm not saying Zuffa is the answer, but they are showing you there's more than one way to do it. You don't have to be forced to do anything that doesn't make sense. And that's the problem with these boxers. They don't ask questions. They just let some guy come up in their gym, say, listen, I can help you get you to where you need to go. They don't read, they don't inform themselves. And it's the same thing with the fans. You ask fans what championships were on the line when Mike Tyson and Holyfield fought the first time. Okay. And then what about the second time? They don't know. What about Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali? The second fight, what world title was on the line? They don't know because there wasn't one when they fought. See, this is what I'm telling you, man. Like people think they know. People want to talk like they know what they're talking about. And I'm not saying I know. This is my opinion. This is my perspective. But that's the issue we have in this world, not just within boxing, but in reality. We don't ask questions. We accept things for what they are and then we just want to be right. Listen, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's okay to be wrong. But what I'm saying is I want to see the best fighters fight each other, and we have too many loopholes, too many different avenues, and too many goddamn excuses why these guys don't line it up and want to prove they're the best, want to get in the ring, and why fans want to support people that don't support fighters that don't want to prove they're the best when they're supposedly working 5, 6 days a week doing 2 or 3 workouts just to get an easy payday. Now, listen, at my job, would love an easy payday. But at the end of the day, I'm under the impression is the more I educate myself, the more efficient that I work, and the more work I put in, I should be earning a bigger payday. And if I'm in a business where that's not happening, then I need to switch my career. So at the end of the day, they say the fans matter, but too many times we just put our head in between our legs and show ass and just want to fucking shake it
You
for
may feel
whoever
like
we
it's
think
your
is the
time,
cutest or the best, I
but it's
guess.
not your time.
Shout out to y'all.
All right, all right. Stock chasers.
Yo,
Yo.
Ness, was hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, man. Hey, check this out, man. At the end of the day, the WBC is wicked. It is wicked. So many like double standards. But listen, man, I ain't even gonna go down that road. I don't usually agree with Tip, but I'm gonna agree with Tip tonight. I think it's a good thing. I think Shakur needs to stay his ass at 140, bro. Like we don't really like, bro. But you're gonna stay at 135, bro, for the next 10 years? Like, bro, that's enough, bro. You held it down. You was the best pound for pound. Getting it in at 135 is a good thing, bro. Come up to 140. Let's see you fight some of those guys, some of those champions. You get what I mean? Like, I think it's a good thing for boxing. It's more exciting. There's more dudes to scrap with at 140, in my opinion. Let some of the guys down at 130 step up to 135, or let some of the other guys at 135 figure it out between themselves. So yeah, man, Shout outs to Mauricio, bro. I think it's a good thing for boxing, man. Shakur looked good at 140. He beat the shit out of the number one guy at 140. So let's see him reign there for maybe a fight or two. And then let's see him step up to 147. You know what I mean? Because he looks good. He looks like he can like step up to 147. To me, he don't look like a small guy, man. At the end of the day, I see Debo calling out Keyshawn and Shakur all over Instagram, all over X. God damn, bro. If somebody was calling me out that much for a fight, I would want to take that shit. Especially if I was getting paid hella bread from Turkey, I would definitely take that fight, man. You see what's going on, man. Debo wants Keyshawn first. He wants little bro, and then he wants big bro. If you was disrespecting my clique like that, my Call of Duty booty brothers like that, I would want to fight your ass, man. At the end of the day, it's nasty work. Y'all got to stop making this shit okay. Fuck the rehydration clauses. Fuck all that. Let Shakur get one more fight at 140, let him settle in, and then let's see his ass come up to 147. Let Keyshawn come up to 147 first so Debo could spank him first, and then one fight later, maybe early 2027, we can get a little action. Shakur versus Dev, that's the biggest fight in boxing, and we all know that shit. So let's stop making excuses of why it shouldn't happen. Let's stop protecting dudes. Listen, y'all say Shakur gonna fuck up Dev, right? So let the world see it then. Let the world see what Shakur gonna do with Dev. We all want to see it. This is the fight we want. This is a good thing for boxing. Stay at 140, get another fight, and move up. You the ring champ. You the lineal, bro. You ain't got shit else to do at 140 unless you want to undispute, and you can't even do that because you got stripped by the WBC. They ain't even fucking with you. So at the end of the day, you got the WBO belt. Use that shit to come up to 147, a fight from now, and fight Debo Dev, man. He's asking for the smoke. Give him what he wants, man. All right, man. I'm out. I'm gonna holler at you.
You may feel like it's your
All
time,
right.
but it's not your time.
But it ain't your time. Discord available X Spaces. Charles, what up?
Yo, Ness, can you hear me?
Yep.
Appreciate you, brother. Damn, man, I saw this on the internet, and then I looked down and saw that you was talking about this. So I may ask you something that you already talked about. Give me this, but shit, man. When I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? Might not be a bad thing because I mean, what was he gonna do at 35? He had the WBC. Now, here's the crazy part. Did the WBA strip Tank at 35? Didn't they, Ness?
Yes, they did.
So, and Mason's got the WBO at 35. Am I correct? He's got the WBO, right?
You are
Abdullah,
correct.
he's also a Jay Prince. Isn't he a Jay Prince managed fighter?
He is
Abdullah Mason.
Jay Prince managed.
And then who's got that IBF at 35? Is that vacant?
Raymond Muradaya.
Mm.
The one that just beat
So
Andy Cruz.
that's right. That's right. He defended that against Cruz.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, man. Maybe he could have. Maybe he could have undisputed at 35. The Tank got stripped. Well, looks like that shit is out the window. I think it's nasty
Out
work
the
by
window.
Mauricio. Um, shit, man. I mean, he's back at the belt that was home to Top Rank at 140. That WBO. That's what Bob orders. He's got the ring. Um, and who's he got at 40? Who's the WBC at 40? Ness? Who's the WBC at 40?
Dalton Smith that just beat Subriel Matias.
Okay, that's a matchroom fighter, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so he can get well. Eddie might not. Eddie might be too scared to let that happen. But he's a matchroom fighter. He could get that fight. He's the lineal champ at 40. Uh, the WBA Rolly's not going to fight him. So that's not going unless Rolly takes something. Yeah, Rolly ain't gonna fight him. So he ain't gonna be able to undisputed at 140. Shit, man.
Now, Ness, yeah, I know y'all probably said this earlier. Is this a shot at Crawford, the
Uh,
WBC?
Crawford thought so. He came out and said something, and Shakur. Crawford said, "Y'all must still be mad at me, this, that, and the third." And then, Stevenson said like, "Oh, y'all must be doing this because of my relationship with Crawford."
Yeah, because he didn't defend that belt. He didn't. He paid it. He paid for Cepeda. I I mean, you gotta look at it like it's a shot at Crawford. What's the point of Mauricio? And Mauricio ain't gonna come on the show, Ness. He ain't gonna do that because he know your ass is gonna put him to the. You gonna do exactly what you should do. Put his ass under the fire as to why he would do that. Mauricio, everybody can forget that shit. Mauricio ain't coming on the boxing voice. That shit ain't gonna happen. He's not coming on the fucking boxing voice. I don't know, Ness. I mean, I guess he can defend that WBO.
You may feel like it's your time,
I don't
but it's
even know
not
if
your
he
time.
has a shot to unify, man. I don't know. It's crazy, but I'll hang up. It's crazy, man.
All
That shit
right,
is
champ.
crazy, man. Yeah.
You the man. You the man. Let's see. We got Khaled, Indiana. What it do? Discord available. X Spaces also available.
Yo,
Yo,
yo, Nas, salute.
Khaled,
Alright,
what
cool. So
up?
they stripped him. What up, salute, God? Hey, yo. So I heard your opening monologue. Everything makes sense. It's kind of unique why they stripping him, and then he wasn't fighting for the belt. But I guess it's in their bylaws, so he still knew. So it's like fuck it. You know what I'm saying? At this point, some fighters need the belt to like try to leverage their pay and like leverage their payout.
Yeah.
His payout is like what it is. You know, at like this point, 10 million, 9 million. He's gonna ask for a like certain guarantee. So whether he has like WBC, WBO, it don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? And because he's backed by Turkey Al Sheikh, Ash Tank is not active in the sport right now. He from 135 to 147, he's one of the money guys. You got Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, and a Shakur as the money guys. So like if a champion gets a fight like Roach, let's say Roach wins the belt at 135. Oh, and then Roach is kind of like a money guy too, and like Pitbull Cruz kind of money guys too, but they still need like a good B side to be with them. But Roach, he would want to fight a Shakur because he's a money guy. Like Devin called one of the reasons Devin calling out Shakur is because he's a money guy. So Abdullah Mason Raymond is calling out a Shakur because he's a money guy. So whether those guys would win or not is irrelevant. He like a Shakur Stevenson because he's backed by Turkey Al Sheikh. He is a money guy, so he got fights at 135. He got fights at 140. He got fights at 147. It's just about now. I don't know if he's gonna take them fights at 147. He's at this point he ain't even giving a fuck. He's doubling down. Hey man, if you want to fight me at 147, you will be on a clause. Period. That's what he's saying. So he may go up there. I don't know if Devin gonna do some catchweight shit. If I'm Devin, I wouldn't. Motherfucker just like, all right, well, fuck it. You stay down there until you want to come up here with us. But you don't garner a clause like that. Like, my nigga, you don't garner a clause. I can still fight some other motherfuckers. But me and you can get some bread, but I'm not getting on no clause. I'm not getting on no clause if I'm one of the money guys. But yeah, man. So shout out Shakur, bro. He'll be all right. It's fucked up by the WBC. Hey yo, Ness, real quick as I go. Devin Haney don't want no Xander Zayas smoke. I feel Bill Haney. You just beat what's better name? Brian Norman. So you popping your shit. Y'all just beat up. Y'all just jumped Tiger Johnson. So y'all feeling fired up and shit like that. Xander Zayas is a long day. He's not a small man. That's why he's at the bottom of your honorable mention. Xander Zayas, stay away. It sound good on podcasts and on Twitter. Stay away.
Mm.
Stay the fuck away. That's a big guy. He can box. That's a long day for you. But it's like still work for you though. That's my call, and that's
You
I
may feel
appreciate it.
like it's your time,
All
but
right,
it's not
man.
your
All
time.
right. Discord available. X Spaces available. Nest GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Get at me at Instagram at The Boxing Voice. We got Carrie G, pound for pound, number 2 in the chat, $5. Fundora, asking for rehydration clauses at 54 in the past is a unique brand of irony, my friends. Yeah, no, that was shocking for Xander to say. Some people don't believe them. I believe Xander is telling the truth. Pay the price, $5. A Lancaster always pays his debts. Money mouth face emoji. Reynold Reyes, welcome to the prospect level. Salute. We got the butcher, $5. Paying your belt fee is a tax write-off, just like donation. All the complaining is a reason to duck fighters. I don't know that that's true, bro. Honestly, I don't know that that's true. I don't know that that's true. I don't know that that's true. Some of you smarter callers need to think about that. Sounds pretty cool loophole. KT Blicky, $2. Thanks for the late night show. Appreciate your TBV 100 emoji, man. Appreciate you. Like I say, man. Like I say, there are plenty of options out there. So rock with me. I appreciate that you're rocking out with me because there's other options, man. Boy, that boy Dev doubling down, man. Make it so easy to be your favorite fighter. He said, okay, I'm good with Big Brother first, too. Just in case little homies was thinking like, yo, oh, you trying to fight Keyshawn first. Nah, we take either one first. Line them up. Line them up. Damn. We love it, y'all. Word is born, man. Hey, yo, I know H-Town, I see you on the line. He ain't gonna help but make up some shit because his favorite fighter don't move like that. He wish. It don't matter what you say about Devin. He running the fight the best always. His name is always in the conversation to fight the best or fought the best. Shit is crazy, bro. Crazy. Before there's any doubt, just in case there's any doubt, you heard? He'll fight the big brother or the little brother. Whoever want to get it first, man.
Hey, good old narrativeness. Good old narrativeness.
You got one of them. You got one of them counters, man. Courtesy of he said philosophy, trilosophy. Philosophy, trilophacy. I fucked it up. Yo, H-Town. Baby mama took the phone. H-Town. Damn. Really? Yo. Damn, man. Shout out to the WBC. Gave us a topic, though. You know? But it is unfortunate. No BS, man. It is unfortunate. I do not believe he should have been stripped. Do not believe he should have been stripped, man. Phone lines are open if you're trying to call in. Discord available. X spaces available. H-Town, where you at? Came back. What up? What up? Yo. H-Town.
Yo.
We hear you now. We hear you now. Even though I
Oh
hear
man, like I was
myself.
saying, this ain't no paperwork, bro. All that we call out everybody is just bullshit. This is the paperwork with real offers, real money too. Not just trying to get somebody 10, 20% and then pretend like you wanted to fight. Play that game.
Mm.
And my boy Shakur, man, he laid down with the fleas, so now he's paying the consequences. We got a guy over there that don't want to pay no fees, so now they thinking my boy ain't gonna pay his fees. Let me get that belt.
Mm.
That's crazy.
But you know, man, your guy, he loves to talk. He's the only one that could have multiple, you know, fights coming up, and he chooses, and the other fighter got multiple fights that he's ducking Devin Haney. You know, nobody else is allowed to go their best route but Devin Haney. You know, good old narrativeness. We're gonna bring the other guys down and put
Hey,
Devin up.
man.
But hey,
Again, my fighters calling out Keyshawn and Shakur, man. I can't complain. You mad at me for
you
saying
don't
that. You mad at me for saying that.
hey, you don't need to worry about that, Ness. We got the little guy that don't train. That you know, he's got that kryptonite for your guy coming up.
Who?
Let him, let him get that belt,
Oh my God.
and then you ain't got no
Hold on. I got something
fun.
for you, bro.
Wishing on a star.
Your guy's not
No,
winning, bro. Your guy's done, man. Your guy's done.
nowhere to hide. Hey,
Your
put
guy
you in that
is
movie.
done. Your
Hey,
guy is done.
hey, my guy defended Lidio 4 times last year. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you talking about Canelo now? Now you switching up? Dropping Ryan
No, we talking
off?
about it.
Dropping Ryan off,
But you
switching
know,
up?
we already know what it is. Hey, Ness, just don't be making no
Yo.
excuses about you on 3 years harder. Cause
Yeah, man.
that boy's
Vada,
coming.
Vada. Vada, Vada, or nothing.
He, nah, he gonna put him to sleep again, and we're gonna see them tears. It's gonna be lovely.
You may feel like
We
it's your
need
time,
You
Vada,
take,
bro. We need
but it's
Vada.
not your time.
We
oh man,
got
Vada, Nada.
White Mike. Hey,
So
H-Town.
that
You got another counter, though. Not only from Trilosity. Somebody else sent you one. What up?
yo, what's going down, man?
What up?
How you doing,
Chilling.
man? So why you think they stripped Shakur because of Crawford?
I ain't say it was because of Crawford. He said that, and Crawford
Uh,
said that. You ain't see their tweets? I
well, how
showed
come
them.
you don't think he should have been stripped?
Why should he be stripped? He didn't. He didn't. He didn't. He
Because
didn't fight.
he was stripped under the rules.
Yeah, but he didn't fight. He didn't fight for the belt. The belt wasn't on the line. It was in a whole nother division, and his fee was already paid from the Zepeda fight, and his mandatory was satisfied. So you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
pretty
but you
strange.
can't as a champion, but under WBC rules, as a champion, if you fight in another division, then the belt is automatically vacant.
No, I hear you. I hear you. But again, is it necessary to strip him when he just paid his fee? All they had to do was do like David Benavidez, like,
So is he
yo,
gonna
you
go
got
back
two
down to
weeks.
135 and defend it?
But that's the I'm saying. Why they ain't do like David Benavidez and be like, yo, you got 2 weeks to decide, Shakur. Congratulations. 2 weeks to decide. Congratulate. That's what they did for David. That's what they did for David, homie.
So you think they didn't do that for him because of Crawford? You think that could have
Bruh.
been the reason,
Why you keep saying
or
I
Shakur
think
speaking out
Crawford?
on
Why you
how much
keep
he had to pay for fees?
but why you keep saying
Because that's
I'm
the
Crawford?
narrative that's being pushed on the
No,
show
no,
right
no,
now.
no. The narrative that is being explained is the narrative that is out there that Shakur said that. Let me read the tweet, cause you one of them dudes, man. You one of them dudes that like to do the real little funny shit. I'm gonna go get his tweet. No, I'm gonna get both they tweet, cause you already doing your little funny shit.
But if he believes that, like he shouldn't believe that. He should understand the rules. Rules are rules. Why does everybody got to be above the
I
rules
don't
just
know
because
nothing about that.
you're a top
I
draw?
only know about this. This says, and I just paid these dudes after my last fight. What the hell I'm giving y'all 100,000 right now for? Because you got beef with Bud, so come at me for it? That is Shakur. Okay? Now, hold
That just sounds
on.
like you.
Now Terrence Crawford said, WBC ain't no motherfucker. Hold on. He said, all right. Okay. He said WBC, ain't no way y'all still this mad. It's cool, bro. The ring belt was free.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. But like,
Cause you
I
keep
just believe,
saying,
man,
oh, why you saying, why
these
you saying? I
divas,
ain't saying
bro. Like,
shit.
and it's like diva shit, man. Like, you're not like you're a diva. You're complaining because you got stripped under the rules. Like, I get the whole David Benavidez
You may
thing,
feel
but
like it's your
whatever they
time,
did for David Benavidez,
but
they
it's
shouldn't have
not
to
your
do for
time.
you. I'm gonna pay for another counter though, Ness.
Alright.
What about this whole Xander Zayas Devin Haney thing, right? Like, is that supposed to happen or what?
I don't know, man. I don't know. We gotta see what happens. What Bad Bunny offers Devin.
So why?
They was just together the other
Why?
day. That's why Devin posted the pic. They was just together. Maybe they was talking about that Xander business. Devin just found out
So,
yesterday that Xander was a two
so
belt
you gonna go
champ,
fight Xander at 154, but you're
according
not
to
gonna fight
Devin.
Boots.
Hey man, he gonna go for the bigger name, bro. The dude with the belt. What the fuck? He got two belts. Boots got an interim. Like, wake up and smell the coffee, man.
Oh man. So you telling me in a fight between Xander and Boots, Boots ain't taking those belts?
Nah, man.
All right.
Xander's a
I'm gonna hold you
great
to that when that
boxer,
fight
man.
happens.
Xander's a great
I'm gonna hold you
boxer.
to that when that fight happens.
Listen to me.
Because that
I
fight's
don't
gonna
know if
happen.
you haven't heard the morning show, and it's clear that you haven't, and that's cool. That's
Nah,
cool.
I didn't get catch the morning
No,
show.
I know you didn't. But let me just say what I said then. That is a dangerous fight. That is a very difficult fight. Xander is taller, longer, younger, fucking probably better stamina the way he moving and punching. And I told Bill on the interview I just did with him the other day, go watch the fight before you say what you're saying. So listen, I understand. I'm not no fanboy, bro. You be always on some
But
stuff.
you, bro, we technically know you don't believe that Xander Zayas is a better boxer than Jerron Boots Ennis, or that he could beat Jerron Boots Ennis.
I
Now, let's
absolutely
keep it
believe
100.
I absolutely believe the Xander could outbox Jerron in a fight. I'm not saying I'm picking Xander to outbox Jerron in a fight, but yes, he could definitely do it. The fuck? Did you not watch the fight? Cause you starting to sound like Bill and
Yeah, I
Devin.
watched that fight.
You sure you watched Xander's last
Yeah, I watched
fight?
that fight. Yeah, I watched that fight.
Okay, and he ain't
I
look
didn't see
like a
anything
good ass
special, man. Y'all, I
boxer.
don't know what y'all seeing.
Oh, you ain't seen nothing
I don't know what y'all
special.
seeing.
Okay, you must be good as hell
He
at
just don't
fighting
gas
then.
out.
Gas out, motherfucker ain't
He
even
just don't
gas
gas
out.
out, but he doesn't gas out. That's what I'm saying. He ain't gonna make it 5 rounds though.
Yeah, he
Not with no
doesn't
boots.
gas out, and he throws punches, and he moves well, and he pivots, and it's called boxing. That's what he does well.
Well, shout out to Xander's ass on his win. I'm a little upset that you trying to duck boots once again, ducking the boogeyman. You want to call up 147s or 140s to fight at 147, Keyshawn and Shakur. But then again, you talk about going up to 154
You
to
may
fight
feel
Xander's
like it's your
ass, but
time,
still ducking boots.
but it's not your time.
So Boots is the boogeyman.
All right, Mike. Back to you later. From Mike to Mike. White Mike to
Boxing
Mike in Omaha.
boys.
What up?
Yeah, get that nigga out of here. Get White Mike out of here. He talking straight bullshit. White Mike, change your name to White something else, nigga. Your ass is trash, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? Shout out to the motherfucker squad though. Y'all know what the fuck going on. Why PBC and WBC got a problem with TBC? I don't understand it. The motherfucking GOAT, the face of boxing. We putting both of these motherfuckers out of business one by one. PBC out there on their way, and WBC y'all next. Fuck y'all belt. We bigger than y'all belt. We don't y'all belt don't sell no fucking tickets. Y'all belt ain't putting asses in fucking seats. Y'all belts ain't knocking niggas out. Y'all belt ain't putting no motherfucking belt to ass. The fuck? Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Shout out to the fucking squad and shout out to fucking Bright Light Shakur Stevenson for being a man of fucking integrity and doing what's fucking right and following the motherfucking trend and leading the way to the new school. I hope everybody else fall in line. And after that, we ain't gonna need them motherfuckers. You know what I'm talking about? We need the motherfucking ring belt.
and hopefully we get that Zuffa belt. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking with Zuffa. I remember once upon a time, motherfuckers weren't even rocking with the zone. With the zone came like, what is this? They didn't even know how to pronounce it. Like this dancing. Now look at it. All our superstars fighting on fucking the zone. So I'm rocking with Zuffa right now. We don't need WBC. Let's get that Zuffa belt fucking rocking. The first one ain't gonna be the best one. As time go and they build their brand, they gonna get a better one. And it might look like a newer looking belt, but we need something new. And with the new out with the old, y'all know what's going on. Sometimes you gotta change it up. You know what I'm talking about? And fuck WBC. We elevators surpass them. You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes separation. To elevate, you gotta separate. Fuck WBC. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the motherfucking face of boxing. The new face of boxing. Shakur Stevenson. Don't be tripping because hey, all the other boxers gonna fall in line too though. So it's all good. WBC champions gonna fall in fucking line. Y'all know what the fuck going on. What's that dude named Marcio? What's his name? Sulian? What's that nigga name? We don't need your belt
Mauricio
no more.
Suleiman.
We got Turkey Alice. Yeah, that name right there. We don't need your belt no more. It's a new head honcho in motherfucking town. His name Turkey Alice Sheik. And then we got Dana White coming through, putting his little flavor in the motherfucking game. We rocking with it. Because ever since these two motherfuckers been in the game, guess what we been getting? Some good fucking fights. And hopefully they keep it rocking. And Zuffa, y'all got my blessings, and hopefully y'all turn out to be a fucking good boxing company, and y'all do shit what's right, and y'all make these motherfuckers fight. Yes, sir. Shout out to the fucking boxing voice, the best podcast going. They still rocking right now. My boy Nestor Gibb pulling the motherfucker 24-hour on this motherfucker. Yes, sir. Help is on the way. And what
You
I
may
say,
feel like it's your
fuck
time,
TBC. I mean, fuck
but it's not your
WBC.
time.
Shout out to TBC. Yes, sir. Shout out to you, Nestor Gibbs.
Peace. Mike in the building. We still got Tip with a counterpunch courtesy of Trilosophy. Oh, my man Try in the building. But yeah, Tip, you got a counter courtesy of him. And this is that last call for them callers. White Mike with the fat $20 W dub. For my counters and some love for the show, Boogeyman Boots is coming. First and 15th, $2. Shakur fought for two different organizations, Ness. No, he didn't. Just the WBO and the Ring Magazine lineal belt, which is no fees. The WBC was not on the line. That's why, in my opinion, they don't deserve any money. I already paid you when I fought Zepeda. That fight is over. My mandatory isn't due. He was the mandatory. Everything should be satisfied. This doesn't make any sense. Tip is deciding to use his counter. That makes some sense.
Man, you keep talking about he ain't fight. Listen, man.
We listening.
If if you not going to defend your belt,
Yeah.
then just vacate your belt.
Word.
Like it's that
But
simple.
there's no
I
mandatory
mean,
for me to defend. Like you want, like it's like you're
it
not
don't matter.
listening.
It's just
No, it matters.
defending.
If there's no one to defend, I should be free to do what I want.
No, because then
Oh
you're just
man.
holding up the division.
How am I holding up the division if there's no mandatory? Think about Gary Antoine Russell.
Because
He only fought one
it's
mandatory per year.
regardless if it's a mandatory or not,
Regardless, now
you're
this
not
guy's
defending.
terrible.
Your belt is not being defended. Like Gary's defending his belt, whether he's fighting
Only
a
once
mandatory
per
or not.
year. Only once per year during the mandatory. He did his mandatory, Tip. His mandatory was Zepeda.
Is his belt up for defense?
Whose?
Gary.
Bro, we're not talking about Antoine. I hope you know, because I don't know if you're losing.
No, I'm just talking about Gary. You talking about Gary Jr.
Yeah, back in the day, he would defend only versus his mandatory. Shakur just defended versus his mandatory versus that Cepeda, man. What are you
It
talking
don't
about?
matter, man. It
All right,
don't
bro. All
matter.
right,
You
you
still
don't.
got
This
to
is what I
defend
hate
your
when
belt,
this dude
man.
don't want to talk real boxing because he want to win
I'm
a fucking
talking real
award.
boxing. You just
That's
you
not. That's
just
not
want to
real
hit your
boxing.
way, man.
It ain't my way. It's the
Hey,
rules. It's the rules. If you got a
hey,
mandatory, you can't do nothing. He's in his voluntary stage. So they mad he
so
didn't
he
make a
still
voluntary defense? He's not in,
and
he's not
hey,
fighting in that division.
hey, man. Then you gotta vacate that title,
It ain't
respectfully.
time to vacate because it
Vacate
ain't no
that title,
mandatory
or
call,
or
bro.
pay or pay the voluntary stuff.
This
You know what
dude's
I'm
a
saying?
hater, bro. Straight hater.
Pay the exemption fee or pay the exemption fee, whichever way you want to do it, man.
Fake
You know what I'm saying? You
exemption
got
fee. That's
options.
my point. Fake exemption for what? There is no mandatory for me to fight. Exemption for
You're
what?
exempt. You're exempt from defending your title versus whomever,
Bro, there
and
is no one to
we're allowing
defend
you,
it.
we're allowing you without stripping to go up to
Hilarious.
140 pounds
Again,
and challenge for another
why
title.
would you strip me if I defended my belt versus my mandatory and now I'm in my voluntary stage and I'm fighting in another division in the meantime?
Hey
Everything
man,
is satisfied, my brother.
it's
Everything
cool,
is
man.
satisfied.
Listen,
But hey, they look
sh-
bad because they did it to Bud, now they did it to Core. They look
You
bad.
may feel like it's your time,
Not a
I
good
guess,
look.
man.
Not
but
a
it's
good
not your
look.
time.
Not a good look. Hey man, that was Tip's call. If you trying to call in, now is the time. Discord available, X Spaces available as well. Late night, Wednesday night, hump day show. At me at the boxing voice. Looks like we got no more callers. Let me double check here. We are goody. On to the next. Smash that thumbs up. Future, present, past is going to help with the visibility of the entire channel. This way, we could probably keep these nice shows going a little more. Peace.